Welcome to the Kansas Coliseum. The San Diego Sockers and the Wichita Wings just getting ready to kick things off here. Steve, the last time we had a chance to do a home game with the Wings was back on February 15th when the Pittsburgh Spirit made a visit to the Coliseum. That was a good afternoon for the Wings.
The Wichita Wings came away a winner there. We'll see if they can't do it again. The Wings play very well at home. Normally, they'll win about 75% of their home games. They've not had that kind of luck against the San Diego Sockers, however, as the league's best team has won all 3 appearances here in the Kansas Coliseum.
Oh, you talk about league's best as we take a look at Roy Turner. Ball clubs played well of late, Steve. We talked about it in the pregame show. Played well here Tuesday night against the defending MISL champ Baltimore Blast. Came up losers by a goal, then traveled to Kansas City. You saw the game on KSN that afternoon. We had a tough luck there. There's Ron Newman. What a coach this young man is.
Ron Newman has won titles in the NASL, the MISL, the NASL Outdoor, and the American Soccer League Outdoor. The only coach in U.S. soccer history which has won all 4 major crowns. So, celebrated coach, and his club is shooting for an MISL record 36 victories. They're 32-9, folks. They only need 4 more in their last 7 games to tie the MISL record for victories. That's set by the New York Arrows 2 years back. And it's kind of ironic because a lot of those New York Arrows players are playing for Ron Newman now with the San Diego Sockers.
So here we go. Sit back and enjoy it. The Sockers, the best team in the Major Indoor Soccer League against the Wings. Steve Jungle had that ball kicked out of there by Rutfed. Now picked up by Wilrich. The 5th leading scorer in the Major Indoor Soccer League. Eric Rasmussen stole the ball away. The Wings on the attack. 2-on-3 break. Here comes Rasmussen. His pass a little wide of Omar Gomez as Wilrich picks it up in their defensive half.
Interesting. Omar Gomez filling in for the injured Jorgen Christensen. Gomez normally heads that other line, but they're pairing their offensive talent all in one line here, Wichita is, and they've got Eric Rasmussen, Omar Gomez, and Kim Rentved, 3 of their top 4 scorers, all on the same line.
Also playing on that line, Steve, Terry Nickel and Greg Willen. Nice move in the corner by Ruish. Dollar with the save. Those Sockers waste no time on putting the pressure. Here comes Willen along the near board. He's taken up there by number 21, Fernando Clavio. San Diego steals the ball away. Played 1 minute here at the Kansas Coliseum and a whistle against Greg Willen, so the Sockers will get it on the restart. That will be Wichita's first foul of the opening period. Quick restart, San Diego at the midfield stripe.
San Diego is so explosive, Craig. Last time these 2 teams played here, Wichita had one of its best defensive games of the season for 44 minutes. They were down just 2-1 with 16 minutes left to play against the Sockers. And would you believe it, San Diego ended up winning the game 8-1. It looked like a much more lopsided game than it was. But they've got explosive talent, and they'll come at you in spurts.
A couple of open net goals also, Steve, helped pad that advantage at the end of the ball game. Steve Jungle had a big day as well. If you look at San Diego, they are just 4 wins away from tying the league record of 36 victories by the New York Arrows back in the 1981-82 season. So they are just hot as hot can be.
They're the Georgetown of the MISL this season, and Wichita in this game may be the Loyola. It'd be a big upset if the Wichita Wings could win here, but I think, Craig, that would give the Wings the confidence they need. They just have never gotten over the hump with San Diego. The Wings, a well-respected team in the league, but they, like the majority of the league this year, is struggling against 4 quality teams, San Diego, Baltimore, Chicago, and Las Vegas, really dominating the league, and the Wings need to beat one of those to get some confidence heading into the playoffs.
Now Brian Quinn brings it along the near board, picked up there by number 16, Jacques Ladouceur. Now streaking along the far board, Cha-Cha Namdar. Ian Anderson marking him. Luis Alberto, that ball got loose. Now Dollar on the pitch. There was Ladouceur with a follow, and Luis Alberto came back to help out on defense, and the Wings escaped a chance there.
San Diego had a great opportunity with Dollar down to finish that ball off, and a good break for the Wichita Wings. They're going to need a little luck on their side. Against the Sockers, they've not had much in the past. San Diego usually capitalizes on mistakes.
Ladouceur passes it downfield in the corner.
Jacques Ladouceur, a rookie this year in the MISL from Haiti, one of only about 6 rookies in the league this season.
Well, Steve Wegerle couldn't find the handle on that ball. Brian Quinn chases it back in their defensive half. 12 minutes to play even in the opening period. We're scoreless at the Kansas Coliseum. Glad to have you along on a Sunday afternoon. The Wings riding the skids of a 4-game losing streak, while it's just the opposite, Steve, with San Diego. They have won 7 straight. Listen to this stat. 14 out of their last 16, and there's more. 18 out of their last 21. Jungle, the lord of all indoors. number 1 scorer in the Major Indoor Soccer League. That ball stolen away by Kevin Cooley. Terry Rowe will kick it back to Willen up at the top of the penalty arc. Kim Runford on the pitch now for the Wings. He'll kick it back to Dollar.
Wings have yet to get an offensive burst going. They're going to concentrate on defense against San Diego.
Terry Nickel controls along the near board. Now he brings it back down, kicks it to Omar at the red line. Omar makes the move. He streaks downfield, breaks pass, shot off the board, looking for Nickel. But San Diego got back to clear the ball away. Whistle call against Omar. Quick restart by San Diego.
That was Kevin Crow, the San Diego defender, number 12. He leads the MISL in block shots with 93. He's MISL All-Star and a member of the U.S. national team. Definitely one of the best young defenders in the game.
Long pass by Jungle upfield. Give and go. Nickel hustles back to clear that ball to Dowler. So the give and go from Daly to Jungle, spoiled by Nickel. And here comes Wichita. Omar across the midfield stripe. 10:45 to play. Terry Nickel now has it for the Wings.
So far, the Wings have done a good job of getting back behind the ball. That is, getting their players behind the ball when San Diego's coming at them. San Diego is best known for their fast break, and I'd say they've scored 90% of their goals against the Wings when they catch the Wings attacking and go on their quick, fast break.
Gomez looking for Nickel at the far post. It was picked off by Crow. Now Crow sends it upfield to Watt Hermes. Remember this guy, Steve. Of course, he was a former Wing who had a 30-day contract here at the beginning of the season, but let go, and has caught on and done fairly well for Ron Newman's club.
Well, he's a San Diego product from Point Lomas High School. He led the San Diego Preps in scoring just last year.
Restart. Ball kicked out of there by the Sockers. Runfed hustles down. Puts his foot on the ball. Takes a shot, and oh, what a powered shot that one was as it ricocheted off. Nickel tried to follow, and up over the glass it went.
A good chance for the Wichita Wings to get ahead of the San Diego Sockers early, but the ball just high hit the post. We'll be back after this timeout.
And we're back at the Kansas Coliseum. What a rocket that one was that Runfed led up. Toth diving all over the place. Here he will restart it. Down in the corner. Kim Runfed, you all know, he's nicknamed the Rocket, and right there he proved the reason why.
Great right-footed shot.
Toth will pick it up now, distributes it upfield to Wilrich. Nickel on him like a shadow. Gomez came over to help out, and a quick whistle over along the far board, and that's going to go against the Wings, Steve, and they have quickly picked up their third foul in the early going of the first period.
Well, they don't want to get to 6 fouls. San Diego has the best power play unit in the league. They have scored 33 power play goals on 77 attempts. That's almost a 50% average, 43%. Compare that to the Wings, who've always been on power in power plays. They've just scored 22 power play goals, so...
Gomez streaking, splits the seam, shot just went wide.
The Wings getting opportunities. That's a good sign against San Diego. They've got to watch their defense. Try and shut off a San Diego counterattack.
Gomez, of course, back after setting out that suspension. Now Terry Nickel. His shot off the board. Oh, Omar followed up on that shot, but Toth with a heads-up play to cover. He'll let one fly downfield, picked up by San Diego. Brian Quinn, willing on him. Pushes him back to the red line. Now gives off to Cha-Cha Namdar. 9:10 to play, first period. Zagoda, give and go. Rasmussen hustles back on defense and kicks it to Dower. So, as you said, Steve, the Wings knowing what they have to do today, and that is hustle down on both ends of the floor.
Well, San Diego will go for the fast break, and Wichita is not a team with great speed. That's probably their greatest weakness. And against San Diego, they just have to play with a little more caution.
Kevin Cooley trying to find Anderson. That ball kicked up in the air by Quinn. Now Anderson watches the ball fall up over into the photographer's area. There's a good look at the sliding, tackling Scotty and Anderson. Not a good year offensively, Steve, but we talked earlier before the game. You know, he's played very well on the defensive half for Roy this year.
He's a role player, and he's a defender this year. He's not expected to go forward. I know Ian himself would like to get a few more offensive points, but he's playing his role.
Wegerle let that ball slide through. Now Anderson shot and score!
Just as we talked, Ian Anderson scores his second goal this season. He hasn't scored for 18 straight games, and Ian Anderson puts the Wichita Wings ahead, just his second goal this year, and very much like the game at Kansas City on Friday night. Players who haven't done a lot offensively are coming through for the Wings. Here you see Anderson, that Jungle on defense against him, number 7. And he turns Jungle around, puts the ball between Zoltan Toth's legs, and the Wichita Wings have an early lead.
Steve, he can't do it any better. Look at him. He really played Jungle, little roll and pick. and what a nice shot Ian put in past Toth.
Looked like he put the shot between both Jungle's legs and Toth's legs. A great goal by Ian Anderson. And Craig, the Wichita Wings have only led the San Diego Sockers twice in 10 games through the rivalry. Only twice have they ever even had a lead.
See, the last time San Diego was here, shot and Jungle counterattacked with a goal. How quickly they can hit.
There you see it, Steve Jungle with his 60th goal, and that's what San Diego will do. They come right back at you. They're not a team to moan about mistakes. And here you see Steve Wegerle and Kevin Crow along the boards. And San Diego wins it out, a pass right open to Steve Jungle out front, and he puts it right between Mike Dollar's legs.
Steve, it only took 17 seconds for San Diego to get their act together and come back and score. There's a penalty against Quinn, or I should say a foul, and a quick restart. That's San Diego's first of the period. Now Rose streaking up along the near board. 1-1 our score. Shot by Anderson. Kicked out of there by Crow. Now Wegerle will hustle back. See, the last time that San Diego played here at the Coliseum, you might remember the Wings took an early lead as well as Greg Willen opened things up.
Wichita Wings get off an early lead, but San Diego Soccer's coming back just 17 seconds later, and that's the kind of explosiveness. You can't have a concentration lapse against the San Diego Soccer, so no time to celebrate goals against this club. The goal by Steve Jungle, the assist, Bronco Segota, that was San Diego's goal at 6:43.
Now Segota winds. Dowler took it face first. That one went up into the crowd.
The Wings' goal was by Anderson with the assist to Luis Alberto, so for Luis Alberto, his 4th point in 5 starts with the Wichita Wings.
A change of shift on the field, Steve. Some new fresh legs for both sides. Terry Nickel, Kim Rundfed, Omar Gomez, Eric Rasmussen, and Greg Willen back on the pitch. San Diego stays the same line they had. Segota, Crow, Quinn, Clavijo, and Jungle. Jungle kicked it up. Segota couldn't find the handle. Now the Wings on the attack. That ball still loose. Back in the defensive half. Crow kicks it back to Zoltan Toth. Here comes Clavijo down the far sideboard. Dowler out of the net, headed up there and up into the crowd. Don't go away. More soccer in just a minute. And Steve, there is a look at Mike Dowler, the Wings goalkeeper, as he restarts it here at the Kansas Coliseum. We got ourselves a ball game. Wings and Sockers all knotted up at one in the early going. Goals by Ian Anderson. But San Diego countered attacked with a goal by Steve Jungle, number 60 on the year. Omar Gomez sends one down in the corner to Nickel. Plays it off the board. Marked there by Cha-Cha Nemdar. Now gets it back to Rasmussen. Kim Rundfed comes up from his defensive position. Sends one right in the stomach of Steve Daly. Now back in the corner to Gomez. A little header into Rasmussen and cleared out by the Sockers.
Good solid defense by the San Diego Sockers there. They're not allowing Wichita any up-close opportunities. Against a team like Wichita, you've got to cut off the passing lanes, and that's what San Diego will try and do. Wichita creates most of their goals either on set plays or through crisp passing.
Steve, through the 3 games so far this season, you look at the scoring, San Diego has really dominated. 23 goals to just the Wings 7. So San Diego knows how to score in bunches. In fact, they're averaging 6.3 goals a game. Plays it off the board as Wilrich. Tried to play the ball to himself, but Greg Willen would have no part of that as he cleared the ball up to Nickel. Here comes the Wings again on the attack. 2-on-2. Rasmussen finding Gomez. Omar turns, fakes the shot, plays it off the board. Gomez at the red line. Now we'll reset the offense to Rundfed.
San Diego high pressuring Wichita on defense, and look how far they pushed the Wings back. They're almost back in their own defensive zone.
And Willen will send it back to Dowler and try it again. Now Rasmussen at the red line. Jungle. You know, Steve, we talked about Steve. Does he ever take a breather? I mean, he seems like he's always on the field.
He takes a few breathers on the field defensively, but he's always out there offensively. He'll play 45 minutes in a 60-minute game.
Wilrich sends it to Jungle. Now picked up by Willen as Rundfed and Wilrich hit the pitch. 5:18 to play. First period. Good crowd on hand this afternoon, considering it's about 70 degrees outside. Nice spring day. Dowler up to Ian Anderson back on the field after scoring that goal for the Wings.
San Diego continues to high pressure the Wings. They're trying to keep them in their own defensive zone, and Wichita's having a hard time breaking it.
Alberto. It's been a spark plug, Steve, since the Wings picked him up about 3 weeks ago. Long pass down to Wegerle. Ladouceur and Wegerle.
Luis Alberto has always been a player that's played in the Wings style. Good passer. He's impressed me with his defense, Greg. I always looked at him a great offensive talent, but I didn't realize he played defense as well as he does.
Rose stole the ball away from Ladouceur. Now, look at Alberto hustle. Heads it over to Wegerle. Wegerle makes the move. Takes a shot blocked out of there by San Diego. Wings get the ball back. Ian Anderson chases the loose ball down at the 4:18 mark. Sends it into Luis. The ball got loose. Now it's Cooley. Alberto takes a shot off the glass looking for Rowe. Cleared out by Crow.
The pass off the board just a little strong for Terry Rowe to handle.
Anderson with a nice defensive effort to get that ball away from Segota. Now Wegerle along the near board. He'll whine and fire and sends it a little chip shot up into the crowd. More soccer don't go away. And we're back at the Kansas Coliseum. 3 minutes and 54 seconds to play. Craig Bowler-Jack along with Steve Shaw here on KSN. Rowe winds and fires. That shot just went wide. The rebound comes out to Jungle. Here comes San Diego. Hustling. Dollar out of the net to chip it back upfield.
In three-line pass on the Wings as Dowler got a little too much oomph on that.
You talk about the confident level of the Wings. It hasn't been strong of late, but we talked again also in the pregame show. The last 2 games, it seems like the Wings have shook off some ill effects and are playing much better. Jungle on Rowe. Give and go to Segota. Now Jungle hustling in the corner. Rowe on him like a shadow. Another shot taken in the corner by Ladouceur. Wegerle chases it. Here he comes, one-on-one. Wegerle fighting pass. Cha-Cha Namdar. Toth with the save. And up over the glass it goes.
A great shot by Steve Wegerle on a difficult angle, but Zoltan Toth gets a hand on it. You saw Toth stumble back into the net there. He wasn't sure if that ball had gone over the glass or was going to come down inside and have a chance of looping the goal there. Wings will have a corner kick.
Steve, we talked about the 2 games of Baltimore and Kansas City, and would you not say the confidence has returned to the Wings?
Well, I think so. They played both teams very tough. Tough to win on the road in the MISL. The Wings almost did it at Kansas City, and Baltimore's a team that had beaten the Wings 8-1 earlier, and the Wings were led a good deal of that game, ended up losing 3-2. So even though they've had losses, they've been confidence builders. You see the crowd at the Kansas Coliseum. Nice day out. It's a nice day inside here and a pretty good crowd on hand.
Shot taken, score by Rasmussen.
Beautiful goal again on the set play. The Wings had the corner kick as Omar Gomez fed the ball to Eric Rasmussen, who carried it away. Good news for the Wichita Wings. They have a 2-1 lead. Talk about how scarce the leads are against the Sockers. This is a key play. You see Omar Gomez on the corner kick. He's read the San Diego defense. And look at that job by Kevin Cooley and Terry Nichols to shield Zoltan Toth and the San Diego defense. Excellent team effort here. Wichita very good on the set plays. Look at that as Kevin Cooley blocked out the defender on that. Almost could have been an obstruction call against the Wichita Wings, but the referees don't call it, and Eric Rasmussen gets his 48th goal of the season. He's only the second player in Wings history to have scored 48 goals in a season. Andy Chapman holds the club record with 53.
Well, my bet is he'll probably break Andy Chapman's record. What a great season he's had. Run-fed, hustling back on defense. Steals the ball, clears it out of their defensive half. Now picked up by Namdar.
Now we'll see if the Wings can hold on to the lead for a while here, Craig.
Remember last time, as we look at the goal summary, Eric Rasmussen from the assist from Gomez.
Breaks an 8-game scoreless slump for Omar Gomez, so good news for him.
After Anderson's goal, as we were saying, it only took Jungle 17 seconds to come back to tie it. And the Wings are now trying to hold on to that lead, something they don't have too often against the Sockers. Willen playing the ball off the boards, Toth out of the net. Dangerous play there as Toth took a gamble. Now the shot headed out by San Diego in the corner. Hard to see what's going on. Now there's Willen. Nickel comes back up. Gomez winds and fires it up into the crowd.
What a shot by Omar Gomez. A hard blast again hit the post, but Wichita is peppering the net. That's the most I've seen Wichita dominate offensively against the Sockers. There you see Terry Nickel feeds the ball to Omar Gomez. A hard blast. I thought maybe Toth got a hand on it, but they say he didn't. It went up over the plexiglass on its own.
Steve, a fact in Kansas City Friday night, Wings only had 8 shots on goal through three periods of play, and I think they've already bettered that in the opening period here.
It's good news. San Diego has not allowed Wichita much room on offense in the past 3 games. And also Zoltan Toth, when he gets on a hot streak, goes the first couple quarters without scoring, not having a goal scored on him, and he just gains confidence. And to get a couple early goals on him is a good sign for Wichita.
Now there's a nice effort by Runfed to kick that ball away from Daly. Now Willen gives off to Nickel at the midfield stripe. The Wings playing with vengeance today. Gomez across the red line. Here comes Wichita. He sends one into the net and headed out by the Sockers up over the glass. 1:55 to play, and the Wings are holding a 2-1 lead.
Well, San Diego had a very emotional game Friday night against Chicago, which is one of their big rivals from the North American Soccer League. Then they had to go to overtime to win it. Steve Jungle scoring about 6:30 into overtime, but they came back with a 6-attacker goal in the last 2 minutes to tie it. They went to overtime and won it. And I think maybe they could be a little emotionally drained after that game. And after this man, Ron Newman's club, has beaten the Wings badly 3 times this year, then they may not be ready for the confident Wichita squad they're facing right now.
I don't care what you say. It's tough sweeping a 4-game series with anybody in the major indoor soccer league. Today could be the Wings' day. The ball played back to Toth. Look at this guy's arm. Looking for Jungle. Terry Rowe back on defense as Jungle controls it in the corner. Now, looking for the shot. Leaves it for Wilrich. Picked up by Anderson. So the Wings survive again as Jungle crashed the board, and Dowler was there to cover up.
Steve Jungle lurks around that goal looking for opportunities. And the Wings shut him off very well right there.
Nice pass upfield to Wegerle. Gives off to Luis Alberto. He couldn't find the handle, but Cooley's there to regain possession. Cooley leaves it for Wegerle. Working the corner. Shot in the middle. Oh, Alberto just missed it.
Good opportunity for the Wings. Steve Wegerle threaded that ball right in there, and Luis Alberto couldn't quite get the angle on it.
Bad pass by Cooley, picked up by Jungle. Wegerle back on defense. Look at this guy, Terry Rowe, all the way back from the offensive half back to help out, and right there, Jungle doesn't look too happy.
Great speed by the 20-year-old from London, Terry Rowe.
Wichita, 41 seconds to play, opening period. Give and go, Anderson along the near board. Guarded there by Namdar. Now Anderson back across field to Wegerle at the red line. 30 ticks to go on the clock, first period. And the Wings are going to let some time go off here and reset the offense. Terry Rowe playing catch with Dowler. Jungle pressing.
The Wings can't afford to make a mistake when they choose this strategy. They got to make every pass count.
Wad Hermes heads it up to Quinn. He pokes it over to Namdar. 8 seconds to play. Namdar downfield to Hermes. That ball got loose. Jungle now looking for a shot, and the buzzer sounds, and the crowd on their feet, a standing ovation as the Wichita Wings, after 15 minutes of play, lead the Sockers by a score of 2-1. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back in just a minute. You're looking at Roy Turner talking with his troops, and Steve, for a change, the Wings lead the Sockers 2-1, and one reason, Eric Rasmussen taking a pass from Omar Gomez to score his 48th goal of the season. Here it is in the corner on the restart.
Great pass by Gomez. Good job by defenders Anderson and Willen and Nickel, as they shielded off the defenders for San Diego, and Eric Rasmussen threads the defense with a nice hard shot. His 48th goal this season.
All right, there goes the balloons, a tradition here at the Coliseum between the first and second period. Steve, look at the stats. Wichita out shooting the Sockers 7-4. Dowler with 2 saves, Toth with 1.
4 blocks for San Diego, so their defense have played very well. Wichita's defense 1 block. The big stat is the Wichita Wings 2, the San Diego Sockers 1, and the Wings have now led, I just checked my record book, have now led the Sockers longer than they ever have in the previous 10 games. So the Wings have never had much opportunity to get a lead on the Sockers, and now they'll be looking for 2. But they've led already for 5 minutes in this game, and that doesn't sound very impressive, but they've never done that before against San Diego. The team has dominated the series more than any other team against Wichita.
That's one way to do it. Jungle had a fast break along the far board, but Runfed with a nice hustling effort. That ball kicked out of there by Fernando Clavijo. So as I speak, the Sockers regain possession. Jungle, taken to the turf by Runfed, and a whistle call.
Foul against Kim Runfed for tripping. Wings first to the corner.
Jungle getting up slow, Steve. Looks like he took a good shot in the shin. Here's a replay. Both those guys hit the pitch pretty hard, and Jungle's still shaking up a bit, but he's going to shake it off. What else is new?
He's shaking off his share of injuries in this 7-year career, with the MISL. He's played with the San Diego Sockers, the Golden Bay Earthquakes, and the New York Arrows.
Here come the Wings. Willen across the red line, sends one down on the quarter to nickel. Oh, he tried to toe poke it past Toth, but lost control, and up into the crowd it goes. Terry Nickel, great year. We talked about him all season after the disastrous season he had a year ago. He's really bounced back with some good stats in 85.
Just 10 points a year ago. This year he's got 28. He's just too shy of a career best 30.
You can't get any closer, Steve, to the goal than that. Ted Lewis running the floor camera today. Down there on the pitch, that's what it looks like for Zoltan Toth.
His balls come zipping at you when you're in that net.
Here comes Segota. Weaving his way past Gomez. Now Rundfed in the corner. Dakota hits the pitch and no whistle, and the Wings win the ball.
Good job by Kim Rundfed on Bronco Segota. Pair of all-stars there.
4-on-3. Wide fire. Just went wide was Nickel's shot. Picked up by Rundfed. Sends it back out front to Greg Willen at the red line. The Wings really breaking down the pitch this afternoon. Jungle came in to put a foot on that ball and steal it away. The Sockers back on offense. That's Gene Wilrich, the 5th leading scorer in the league. Wilrich, his shot blocked by Rundfed. Now he'll pick it back off his chest. Ball got loose. Chasing it down, Kevin Crow. 13:25 to play. Second period, the Wings on top, 2-1.
Kevin Crow, Kim Rundfed, and Mike Stankovich of Baltimore are the leading candidates for Defender of the Year in the MISL this season.
Wilrich, long shot, kicked out of there by Willen. There's a good look at Kid Danger. Jungle and him pushing off on each other.
Good job by Greg Willen. Usually marks the #1 scorer for the opponents against a team like San Diego. There's no sense in marking #1. They've got #1, #3, #5 in the MISL.
Jungle plays it off the board. Now trying to turn on Willen. Nice defensive move by Luis Alberto to come over and double team Jungle. Rundfed sends it back into defensive half. Willen down there in the corner as fresh legs make it on the field. Steve Wegerle, Kevin Cooley, Terry Rowe back on. Now Willen is going to cross the field and take a breather as Ian Anderson checks in.
Looks like Roy Turner is trying to utilize Greg Willen's marking skills on Steve Jungle. Lots of times against San Diego, we won't go to an individual marking assignment because they're so deep.
Wegerle steals the ball after a pass by Luis Alberto. Now Cooley kicks it back across field. Alberto sends one into Wegerle, plays it off the board. Looking for that shot. They lead by a goal. Wegerle in the corner to Cooley. Now sends it back up along the board to Alberto. Former Cosmo sends one way across to Anderson. Plays it off the glass to Wegerle. San Diego has that defense packed in. Poke it. Cooley shot. Out of the net to block it.
Good play by the Wichita Wings, but Zoltan Toth makes the save on a nice pass by Ian Anderson. Kevin Cooley was wide open. Zoltan Toth shut him down.
Outlet pass stolen away by Terry Rowe. Now Cooley again making a nice move in the lane. That ball kicked out of there, but Wegerle hustles back to give it back to the Wings. So they continue to dominate.
Good perseverance by the Wichita Wings. They got to be careful. San Diego's trying to set up for a fast break.
Penalty, a foul call against Namdar along the far board, so the restart will go Wings' way. Foul Steve this period, 1-1, and this is kind of a different ball game as we look at the replay as it was in Kansas City, as whistles were blown all night. Anderson's shot. You heard the crowd gasp as it just went about a foot wide of the post. Wilrich and Rowe, look at this. Battling, and it was won by Rowe and picked up by Alberto.
Good team effort by the Wichita Wings defensively, and that's why they're dominating offensively, because every time San Diego gets the ball, the Wings are getting it back. Good hustle.
The crowd alive here at the Coliseum. 10 minutes and 48 seconds to go in the first half. Anderson's shot blocked away by Quinn. This looks like it's going to be one-on-one with Dowler and Quinn. He chips it into the goal. It's tied at 2.
Ryan Quinn will get that goal unassisted as he took the ball. Ian Anderson trying to pass along the boards, and Quinn trapped it. And Brian Quinn from Northern Ireland ties the game 2-2. You see Quinn go in. Anderson takes a chance to try to sweep the ball away, but Quinn keeps it, and he takes it. Mike Dowler down to the right. and then puts the ball into the left side of the net. So San Diego's come back to tie it up. 2-2.
Steve, this is one thing that you cannot give San Diego opportunities to score because they're going to punish you. They really take advantage of every opportunity given, and there's a good example as Anderson's shot got loose. There's another one by Willen, came downfield as we talked. Nice defensive effort by San Diego. Chip shot by Nickel up over the glass. Don't go away. We'll be back in just a minute. 10 minutes, 26 seconds left, Steve, in the first half of play, and how quickly we talked San Diego can strike back as they restarted here. 2-2. An unassisted goal by Brian Quinn to tie things up here.
Well, the Wings have yet to trail. They've led 1-0 and 2-1. Let's see if they can get on the scoreboard again.
Long pass downfield to George Katakalitis. Watch out, down around on the net, hit the post shot, and Rudbit was there to block it, but the ball still got in.
Now the Wings need to keep their composure here. San Diego, 2 quick goals. The goals coming less than 30 seconds apart. 31 seconds actually exactly, and here you see the replay. Segota takes the ball off the boards. Rushing in to get the shot was Katakalitis as he knocked the ball in. Kim Rentbed made a nice goal line stance there, but he couldn't stop the ball.
Steve, I thought he had it blocked. It just went off, I believe, his left shin on the replay. Yeah, just went off his ankle as that ball found its way in the back of the net. Don't go away. We'll be back at the Coliseum in just a minute. Roy Turner wanting to settle things down, Steve, I think, as his 2-1 lead has now faltered as San Diego has scored 2 goals, 3-2.
Well, San Diego comes at you in spurts like that. In the last game at San Diego, they scored 3 goals inside of a minute to put the game away early. And Wichita's played very well defensively up to this point, but San Diego capitalizing quickly on 2 Wings mistakes. Wichita needs to get their composure back, get the game-tying goal, and concentrate on defense.
We're 10 minutes and 9 seconds away from halftime.
The Wings have the crowd behind them, and they need to take advantage of that. They can't let San Diego get a 2-goal lead. Very crucial, as San Diego is a team that plays so well with the lead.
So here we go.
To come back from behind on them.
Wings will get the ball on offense. 10 minutes and 5 seconds to play. Gomez plays it to Nickel. Here he comes. Makes a nice shot around number 21. That was Fabio. And a whistle down in the corner.
Pushing call against the San Diego Sockers. It'll be the Wings ball on an indirect free kick. Second team foul on San Diego.
Steve, the Wings so good on this particular play.
The Wings work a lot on the set play, and they're one of the most respected teams in the league on these kind of set plays.
Gomez gets the duties. There's a loose ball. Willen shot, score!
And the Wings come back to tie it up. Greg Willen on a great left-footed shot there. He was surprised to find the ball still at his feet, I think, Greg, but you'll see a happy young man there. Greg Willen, the young American, ties it up for the Wichita Wings. You see the replay. Omar Gomez takes the kick, and Willen gets it off his right foot, tries to shoot it, just doesn't quite get control. Look at that expression. Woo! Loves to score those goals. He's a defender. Doesn't get too many chances. You can see from Toth's angle here, Greg Willen hits it with his right hand. Toth comes out to get the ball, and Willen, after he's been down, great timing by Greg Willen, lifted the ball up over Zoltan Toth, and Terry Nichols puts it in again, just for keeps.
Well, I tell you, the Wings continue to play very impressive. After that Katakalitis score, it only took the Wings, Steve, a total of 13 seconds to come back and tie it at 3. We've got ourselves a ball game. The Wings playing for real.
For Greg Willen, his 7th goal this season. For Omar Gomez, his 2nd assist of the game, his 26th assist of the season.
2 on the set play. So the Wings are dangerous. 9:20 to go. First half shot. Go!
The goals are coming in bunches, and here comes San Diego right back. Looks like Wilrich and Jungle combining for that one. Gene Wilrich, the West German. Here you see he's got it in the corner. Just gets it past Terry Nickel between his legs and just to the post. If it had been any further closer to the center of the goal, Mike Dollar would have had it. Here's Wilrich again. Great individual skills. Gets the ball between Terry Nichols' legs and between the post and Mike Dowler for the goal. San Diego leads 4-3. It's going to be a high-scoring affair, Greg.
Good reason right there that Wilrich is the 5th leading scorer in the league. He knocks in his 39th of the year to go along with 40 assists. This guy is hot. So is the whole club, in fact. 4-3 Sockers.
3 goals inside a minute and a second here in this game.
Sagoda settles it down in their defensive half. Give and go. Here comes Cha-Cha Namdar. The goal by Wilrich. The assist. Give it to Jungle.
Jungle leads the MISL in assists. That's his 57th this season. Coming close to the MISL record of 62 set by Stan Stamenkovich 2 years ago.
Willen sends one down to Rundfed. Post there to put his mitts on it. Sagoda streaking upfield. Now that pass from Sagoda to Jungle picked off by Nickel. He'll feed it down to Rasmussen, already with the goal today. Toe poked it to Kim. That ball up over the glass.
Eric Rasmussen with a goal already today. Chances are when he scores one, he'll score two, Greg. In 16 games this season, he's scored 2 or more goals.
8:34 to play. Opening half, 4-3. And Steve, you said the goals are coming in bunches. 3 in the last minute and 1.
Wichita Wings doing a good job of keeping things tight here against San Diego. As we said, you don't want to give San Diego that 2-goal lead. They are a murder to come back on. If you have to take chances against San Diego to score, they'll punish you with their fast break. Keep the game tight, or you can play that solid defense and not have to try to press to go forward, and you've got a good shot at beating.
Well, San Diego kind of going to their stall game as Namdar plays it back to Toth. Now long pass downfield to Sagoda, marked there by Rowe at the midfield stripe. Give and go. Up comes Quinn. Quinn streaking. Rowe. Shot, and it was blocked out of there by Anderson. Now Luis Alberto has the loose ball and flips it to Kevin Cooley, who gives it upfield to Wegerle. So a good defensive combination there for the Wings.
Good job by Ian Anderson making up for the earlier mistake that allowed a San Diego goal.
San Diego counters attack on their defensive half, and an errant pass rolls upfield and collected by Terry Rowe. There comes the Wings. Kevin Cooley sends it into Wegerle, picked off by Namdar. Luis Alberto hustling. Now Cooley comes up with the orange and black ball and picked off again by Namdar. Back and forth it goes.
Good hustle by Luis Alberto there. A little spark plug out there for the Wichita Wings. From Argentina, Luis Alberto joined the Wings just 6 games ago from the New York Cosmos. And of the 3 Cosmos players, he's made the biggest contribution.
Just a little over 7 minutes to play. Loose ball off the boards. Everybody looking for it. Sagoda had a shot, waited a bit long. Now feeds it back to Jungle. Shot blocked by Rowe.
Good team defense by the Wichita Wings, and San Diego had a chance to put ourselves up 2 goals. And a good solid team effort by the Wings to keep them out of the net. Good game, Craig.
Firepower on this line. Wilrich, Sagoda, and Jungle 1, 3, and 5 in scoring in the league. He'll kick it. Anderson plays good defense to pass it back to Dowler, and he'll roll it upfield to Luis Alberto. Wichita continues to pressure both on the defensive and offensive half. Rowe. .6:24 to play. Luis Alberto settles it down. Leaves it for Anderson. He overruns the ball as it kicked upfield, and there's another loose ball, but Jungle hustles back. Give and go to Sagoda. 1-on-1. Shot. Dowler saved it, and it's kicked out by Wegerle.
Great job by Steve Wegerle. That ball was coming down in the net, and Steve Wegerle bicycle kicks it out. Great defensive effort.
You can't do it any better. Dowler challenged Sagoda, met him head on, and that ball just about fell in the net, but Weggs was there to kick it out. Now there's another shot way wide of its mark. Kicked toe poke by Cooley up into the crowd.
What a play by Steve Wegerle. Let's take a look at this. Bronco Sagoda takes a shot on goal. It hits Mike Dowler's shin and bounces up. It would have been in the goal, would have bounced in. Steve Wegerle bicycle kicks the ball out in a good defensive play.
Fast and furious. There's number 21 on loan from the Tampa Bay Ball Club of the NASL. Wegerle, of course, Steve, got that big goal in Kansas City just 2 days ago to break a long scoring drought.
He hadn't scored for 28 games. Now, in all fairness, he had not played a great deal of time in most of those 28, but he's been moved up to forward the last 6 games. He's getting his opportunities. He's doing a good job.
Ball intercepted by Rundfed. Here comes the Danish Rocket, looking for Rasmussen. Ball skipped through his legs. Now Gomez comes up with a loose ball. However, Wilrich had different ideas. And now, 2 minutes. Gomez sends Wilrich to the pitch. He's going to put on an act across the field. And Omar, just coming off a 1-game suspension for hitting that 21-minute mark. Omar's going to sit down for 2. Here's a replay, Steve. You call it at home.
Gene Wilrich had the ball. Omar Gomez going for it here. And he tried to take the ball away, but Wilrich had it kicked off with his other foot already, and Gomez swept his feet out from underneath him. A good call by the official. Definitely 2 minutes for tripping against Omar Gomez there. You've got to hit the ball. You can't take the player down, and Omar Gomez now 23 minutes in penalties this season, number 2 in the MISL. And at 30 minutes, he'd have to serve another suspension, so that's not out of the question.
Well, the Wings are going to have to buckle down for 2 minutes on that penalty-killing unit. Frank Rasmussen at the point. You got Greg Willen, Terry Nickel, and Kim Runfed. Power play, San Diego, 33 of 77 for 42.9. Let's call it 43%. Penalty killing for Wichita, Steve, at a 68.9%. And they had trouble in Kansas City as the Comets scored 3 power play goals on them.
3 for 3 the Comets win, and the Comets were one of the weaker power play teams in the league, so San Diego one of the best. Be a challenge for the Wings to keep that ball out of the net and keep San Diego from getting that 2-goal lead. The Wings really can't afford to let them do that. See if they can keep them out of the net.
Ball loose, Quinn, now Nickel. Here comes Frank Rasmussen. Jungle hustling back. Frank, one-on-one, pushed off to the side, and Frank will play it off the boards. A lot of precious time ticks off the clock. Rasmussen, look at this guy hustle. Jungle hits the pitch, and it is going to go against Steve Jungle, and Wichita will get the restart down deep in San Diego territory.
Holding called on Steve Jungle. And look at the effort by Frank Rasmussen here. Tries to kick the ball away. He goes down. Now the ball's loose, and he's got a chance to get to it. And Steve Jungle basically just put his weight down, not really holding, but put his weight down on Frank Rasmussen to keep him from getting back up.
Down around on the net. Up over the glass. Just 49 seconds to play, and the Wings doing a good job killing off the penalty.
Well, it'll be a big boost for the Wings if they can kill off this penalty. We said San Diego, 44%, 43% on the season on the power play. Very tough.
47 seconds left. Whistle. Marty Templin's going to go and check things over with Alan Shepard in the box.
They took 1 second off the clock there, and the game had not started yet, so I would expect they're going to try and reset the clock before they let San Diego start again.
Let's see if we can hear what he's saying. Don't see the...
3 seconds he wants to call back on there.
So it's going to go back up to the 4:17 mark, it looks like. Good look at the scoreboard. San Diego leading by a score 4-3. Roy Turner. Roy Turner not happy about this. He's had a lot of arguments with the referees of late.
Well, he's having to go with Ron Newman now, I think. His former coach with the Dallas Tornado. Newman coached Turner when Turner was a player. And I know Roy has a lot of respect for him, but it's not showing out there on the field right now, believe me, folks.
Roy Turner, of course, had a few words for David MISL in Kansas City the other night. And now Roy at it again with Marty Templin. Now he's going to talk over to Ron Newman. Looks like he's got 3 fingers up, but the clock hasn't changed yet, Steve.
Well, they may count it down and they may let play proceed for 3 seconds before they restart the clock. It may be easier than getting the clock reset.
I'll buy that. Crowd not too happy. We're going to see what happens here on the restart. You're right. The clock has not run yet.
A lot of time.
Shot by Segota, two-handed save by Dowler. Now it's running. 4:10 to play. 35 seconds left in the penalty. Jungle in the corner, leads it back to Wilrich.
Good job by Frank Rasmussen.
Rasmussen steals the ball. Now Nickel hustles down as Wilrich has to track that ball down in their defensive half. Just 23 ticks left in the penalty to Gomez. Wilrich sends a left-footed shot. Quinn, it's loose. Now back out to Segota. 11 seconds to go. Jungle, watch out. Toe pokes it high up into the crowd.
Here we go. 7 seconds left, and Wichita have possession, and the Wichita Wings may have stopped the MISL's most powerful power play unit, led by that guy right there, Steve Jungle.
Down on the field, though, is Kim Runfed. Down by the goal, Mike Dowler and Kim talking things over, and it looks like Kim got a shot in the thigh as he gets up awful slow. There he is. Kim kind of wincing in pain a bit.
He'll go off. The Wings don't want to lose him. Definitely one of the top defenders in the MISL, and his 27 goals, second only to Eric Rasmussen's 48 goals on the Wichita Wings team. Plus, he's the vital cog on the Wichita defense, their penalty killing unit, their power play unit. He usually plays goalkeeper on the sixth attacker, the most versatile player on the Wings team. I expect you'll see him back out. He's hard to keep out of the game, hasn't missed a game this season.
Now with just 7 seconds left in that penalty to Gomez, Turner has changed lines. Terry Rowe, Kevin Kulik, Ian Anderson, and Luis Alberto back onto the field. So, dangerous situation right now, though. 7 seconds left in that penalty. Long pass upfield and a 3-line pass called against Wichita. Wasn't a great thing to do right there, Steve.
Sockers will have 5 seconds left to score on the power play before Gomez comes out.
Quick start by Clavijo. Kicked it to Wilrich. On him is Kevin Cooley. 1 second. Gomez out of the box. The Wings are back to full strength.
Steve Wegerle will come on in place of Omar Gomez, and the first thing he does is run to the ball. They're going to try and push San Diego back, and the Wings are very important there, Craig. Keep San Diego from getting that 2-goal lead.
Here comes Segota. Makes a move around Alberto. Shot taken. Dowler with the save.
Good save by Mike Dowler. We'll be back with the Sockers leading the Wings, 4-3.
Well, it's going to be a corner kick for the San Diego Sockers with just 3 minutes and 9 seconds to play. Jungle will restart it. Wilrich bounces it up to the goal. Dowler out of the net and covers up right at the line.
Very careful there. The ball stayed inside the goalkeeper's area, even though Mike Dowler went out. If that ball goes out and you handle it, it's a handball.
Luis Alberto. Now to Anderson. He'll kick it across field to Wegerle. Here comes Wichita. Splits the seam. Wegs looking for the shot. Now in the corner to Cooley. Plays it off the boards. Ball still loose. And it was a kick out there by Kevin Crow. Long pass to Jungle. Terry Rowe hustling on defense. Jungle. The ball free. Still free. Alberto has it for Wichita. Here come the Wings. 2-on-2. Wegerle's shot just went wide.
Good job by Steve Wegerle to feed that ball through the defense, but not on goal.
San Diego counterattacks. Quick breakaway. Quinn. Shot. Jungle. Score.
San Diego so quick, and there you see it there. Fast break, and Wichita covered. Bronco Segota and Brian Quinn all the way down, but they just slipped the pass off to Steve Jungle, and he's not a guy who has trouble finishing. He puts the ball away, and the Wings are down 5-3, 2:13 left in the half. Here you see Quinn making the full run. Terry Rowe comes in to cover him, but that leaves Steve Jungle unattended over on the right side. San Diego so good at passing, gets that ball right to Jungle's foot. He gets it in. Here you see Terry Rowe's got a decision here whether to go for Jungle or Quinn. He tries to cover Quinn from the front. And Quinn, with perfect timing, just gets the ball off to Steve Jungle for the goal.
So the Wings now trail the Sockers by a score of 5-3. 2 minutes and 5 seconds to go, first half. Alberto gives it to Rowe. Rowe alone. Shot weak one as was. Toth covers.
For Jungle, his 61st goal this season.
Continues to rack up the points as he leads the league in scoring. Excited fan as Jungle just hit it 61. He could care less, huh? Or she. There you go. Cute little gal. Down in the corner, picked up by San Diego. 1:25 to go. Luis Alberto wins the ball away from Ladouceur. Now Alberto hits the pitch.
Just a foul. No 2-minute penalty. I'm surprised at that. Luis Alberto sent hard to the floor. San Diego's 5th foul. 4th foul. 2 more. And they'll have to serve a penalty, but with just 1:19 left, not much chance of that.
Here's the replay, Steve. Watch Alberto. He hits the pitch hard. Give and go. Cooley with the shot. As we watch the replay, that ball sent high up into the crowd.
Well, Ladouceur did get the ball, and that may have been the biggest factor there. If he had not gotten the ball on that tackle, I think you would have seen a 2-minute penalty out there.
Wichita will get the ball back at the red line after that ball sent up into the crowd. 1:12 to go, first half. Wings trail by 2, 5-3. Cooley pushed from behind now. Rundfeld plays it off the board, poked out of the net. Wilrich settles it down. Cooley battles him, wins the ball. Plays it back to Anderson. Now Dowler will come out of the net to to restart the offense. The Wings have 55 seconds before half. Dowler, strong kick. It's going to be a 3-line pass. 48-6 left in the first half. Wings trail by 2. Steve Schad will talk with Roy Turner coming up at halftime about the Wings' first half performance. Anderson steals the ball for Wichita. They'll send that ball down to the corner, toes down to the net, kicks it back up to Katakalitis. Right now, San Diego just trying to wear the clock down, but the Wings still want to pressure the ball. Ladouceur breaks free. Nickel out of the gate. That ball won by the Wings. Here comes Wichita. 15 seconds to play. Nickel along the near board. Plays it around Crow. Nickel on the ground. Ball loose. Nickel tripped from behind. And a whistle call with just 6 seconds to play. That is team foul number 5 against San Diego. One more, and they'll get the 2 minutes. There you see it in fast motion a bit, but Nickel pushed from behind. Run bet on the restart, headed out there by Ladouceur. That should do it. 3 seconds, 2. And the buzzer sounds. An exciting first half of the Kansas Coliseum. The San Diego Sockers lead the Wichita Wings by 2 goals. The Sockers 5, the Wings 3. We'll be back with Coach Roy Turner in just a minute. Well, Steve, I tell you, you need a calculator, a math book, and about everything to figure out the playoff situation this season. Let's take a look first at the Western Division standings and try to explain to you exactly what's going on. Of course, the Wings in 4th place, San Diego dominating with a 32-9 record.
Well, there's going to be 3 automatic qualifiers out of each division this year, and in the Western Division, San Diego, Las Vegas, and Los Angeles will qualify automatically, while Wichita, Kansas City, Tacoma, and Dallas are competing for a wild card berth. This is if the season ended today, and this is how it look. Those 3 teams would advance to the quarterfinals automatically without having to play in the wild card round.
Okay, in the Eastern Division, basically the same thing. Baltimore and Chicago, St. Louis has snuck in there with a 21-19 record. And again, if the season would end today, those would be the 3 teams that would automatically qualify for the playoffs.
Well, obviously Baltimore and Chicago are cinched to get into the quarterfinals. St. Louis battling Cleveland and Minnesota, so a lot of things could happen there in the East in that battle for 3rd place. The wild card teams, there you see Cleveland, Minnesota, Wichita, Kansas City, all battling for position in the wild cards, with Pittsburgh, Tacoma, and Dallas right now are out of the playoffs. But these 4 teams, Cleveland, Minnesota, Wichita, and KC, are in the playoffs as of today. So a little bit of confusion as to whether the Wings are in or out. They're in the playoffs, or at least they are as the season stands right now. And they're battling with Cleveland and Minnesota to try and get up to have the home field advantage in the wild card berth. All this as of today. So the hypothetical first-round pairings in the wild card, Cleveland would play Kansas City, and that would be at Cleveland to start off in the best 2 out of 3. They'd play a game at Cleveland, a game at Kansas City, and then a game again at Cleveland. Minnesota would play Wichita, so the first game would be at Minnesota, then the Wings would play at home, and then again at Minnesota in the wild card. So the winners of those 2 games would advance, and they would play the division leaders. Now, if Cleveland and Minnesota with the home field advantage would win those wild card berths, here's how the team would be seeded going into the quarterfinal round. And number 1, San Diego would play number 8, Minnesota. Number 2, Baltimore against number 7, Cleveland. Las Vegas would play Los Angeles. And Chicago would play St. Louis. Now, what Wichita has to do, Craig, to move up in the playoffs is they've still got a chance to move as high as 5th in this overall standing. So they could, A, host the wild card round. They could even advance. They're only 2.5 games out of the 5th best record in the MISL. So if they get a nice spurt here in their final 8 games, they could move all the way from 9th all the way up to 5th. They could host a team in the quarterfinals, or they could end up being in the wild card as they are right now and having to play on the road their first game.
So to put it simply, it's too early to call.
It's too early to call, but I think people are confused because the last 2 years, and it's been very simple, the top 4 teams in each division qualified, and then they played each other so that the Western Division champion would play the Eastern Division champion in the finals. That's not the case this year. It's totally different, and it's going to take, as you said, a calculator and a rule book to figure out who plays who until the last day of the season.
All right, we're going to take a break. When we come back, we're going to take a look at all the goals that got in the back of the net during the first 30 minutes of play. Don't go away. We'll be back in just a minute. This game is brought to you by Budweiser and the House of Schwan. For all you do, this Bud's for you. And by Coke and your local Coca-Cola bottling company. Coke is it. Steve, Ian Anderson got the Wings on the board very early in the first period. In fact, he struck at the 8:34 mark. Ian scoring finally after a long drought, and you'll see him right here knock a ball coming off the board past Jungle and Zoltan Toth. Nice pick and roll right there.
Good job of rolling the ball around Steve Jungle and twisting Jungle around. He just got the ball between Zoltan Toth's legs.
Well, Jungle got a little angry, I guess, after that, and he counters attack 17 seconds later right there with a goal past Dollar.
San Diego comes right back with a goal by Jungle, his 60th of the season.
I thought the Wings showed a lot of character as well, Steve. Eric Rasmussen didn't waste much time knocking in number 48 from the assist from Omar Gomez, as that highlight will be coming up very shortly. Here we go on the restart in the corner. Now, the Wings do this very well.
Set play, Omar Gomez feeds the ball to the center. The defenders take out San Diego's defenders to leave an avenue open for Eric Rasmussen. He puts it away. Goal number 48 for the Danish newcomer.
And that's the way it stood after one period of action. The Wings leading the Sockers by a score of 2-1. But at the 10:40 mark of that second period, Brian Quinn, unassisted, will knock one past Dowler to tie things up at 2. And at that point, though, you really thought that the Wings, their confidence level was up, and it's just been a battle back and forth.
Well, that started a flurry of goals. George Katakalidis got one at 4:51 from Segota. We'll take a look here as Segota brings the ball. That's Brian Quinn bringing the ball through. He chips the ball in, and Brian Quinn gets that goal to tie the game 2-2. That one unassisted, and he stole the ball along the boards from Ian Anderson. That tied things up, and that started the flurry of goals. They had 4 goals in 1 minute and 30 seconds. And here comes goal number 3 for the San Diego Sockers. A long looping lead pass for Bronco Segota, and he'll take the ball, knock it off the board. You'll see it hit the post. Come right out to the foot of George Katakalidis. Katakalidis will power the ball right home. Here you see a battle for who's going to get to it first, and Katakalidis comes on with a strong right foot, gets it underneath Greg Willen's legs, and it comes off the shin of Kim Rutbed standing on the line and bounces into the goal.
Well, that's the way it was. Katakalidis making it 3-2, but the Wings came right back again on the set play, Steve. Greg Willen, nice left-footed poke over Toth, and that tied it at 3. From there, the Sockers scored 2 more goals, Gene Wilrich and Steve Jungle, and that's the way we stand right now. The Sockers lead the Wings 5-3. Sit back, enjoy this one. 30 minutes of soccer left as we start the third period.
Roy Turner at halftime said he'd like to eliminate the mistakes. He thinks the Wings are playing good soccer basically, but they've got to eliminate those little lapses of concentration that lead to San Diego goals.
Take a look at the stats, Steve. Big stat, I thought San Diego shot 13 goals on goal, or 13 shots on goal, I should say, in the second period to take a 17-12 lead over the Wings.
17-12, the shots on goal. Both goalkeepers have had 4 saves. Wings have had 8 blocks, San Diego 4.
So Gomez sends one up in the corner. Toth heads it up, knocks it off the glass. Now cleared out of there by the Sockers. Early seconds of the third period. Willett hustling, now plays it back to Rundved at the midfield stripe. Across field it goes to Gomez. So Gomez, Willett, Rundved, Nickel, and Eric Rasmussen on the starting line for Roy Turner. Rasmussen tried to find Rundved, but Jungle was there to kick it free. 5-3 our score. Sockers on top by 2 goals. Jungle pushes off on Gomez, sends a long pass across field. Picked up there by the Sockers. Here comes San Diego. Kevin Crow playing it off the board. Collides with Rundved.
Good job by Kim Rundved to pressure Kevin Crow there. Rundved back, apparently got a good solid hit to the thigh there in the second quarter and went off the field, but he's back in action.
Wings playing a one-touch game. Rasmussen gives it to Nickel. Now across field to Gomez. We've played a minute and a half. Willett upfield. Give and go to Gomez in the corner. Gomez shot. Nickel had it come off his shoulder as Willett sends it off the glass. Terry chasing it down. Brian Quinn controls it now for San Diego and loops a pass over across boards to Cha-Cha Namdar, but Rundved says no way. Picks that thing off and sends it back upfield into play. So the Wings showing good patience and control in the early going of the third period. Gomez. Toe poked it. Shot. Toke with the save. The ball got loose, and he sends it back up into play. And Terry Rowe will chase it down.
Good shot by Omar Gomez, but Zoltan Toth makes the save. And very important, Craig, Wichita Wings need that next goal. They can pull it within 5-4, get the crowd back in the game. And they could upset these San Diego Sockers. San Diego has won 7 straight, as we said, in 14 of their last 16 games. Just not too many folks have been beating the San Diego Sockers.
Wegerle, across field to Rowe. Chips a shot. Luis Alberto scores!
There we go. Luis Alberto from Terry Rowe. A happy young man there. And Terry Rowe getting the assist. A good combination. Rowe and Alberto. Where Alberto is second point of the game. He had an assist on the Wings' first goal. There you see it on the replay. Terry Rowe. Good job feeding the ball right into Luis Alberto, and he lifted the ball up over Zoltan Toth. Looked like it might have hit Toth's hip. And the Wings have pulled it within 1, 5-4. Here you see the other angle. The ball coming across to Terry Rowe. He feeds it right to the middle. A perfect pass by Rowe, right to the waiting foot of Alberto. And he doesn't take time to settle the ball. He just puts it in on the one touch.
A very excited Luis Alberto as he comes over from the Cosmos to help out the Wichita Wings. That is his second goal in a Wings uniform. Wegerle clears it back now as he works his way upfield. 12:24 to go. The excitement back here at the Coliseum as the Wings have pulled it within 1.
For Luis Alberto, his second goal with the Wings, his 6th of the season.
The Wings looking for more. Wegerle sends a pass across field. Long pass, 3-line pass, in fact, called against the Sockers, and Wichita will get it back in the defensive half of San Diego. Luis Alberto, number 2 with the Wings, and the assist, number 3, Terry Rowe. So Terry Rowe picks up assist number 4 on the year.
Well, Terry Rowe, just 6 points on the season, but a good one there. Alberto has really helped fill that void with injuries to Omar Gomez and Jorgen Christensen constantly. Luis Alberto's come in, give the Wings that third creative midfielder, and he's quite an addition to the Wings squad.
Kevin Cooley along the board. The ball pops loose. The captain there to regain possession. Now Rowe in the corner. The Wings pressing. Rowe loses the ball. Cooley gives it to Alberto. Poked it. Toth got a hand on it.
There that time, Luis Alberto had to take a second to settle the ball, and Zoltan Toth got it covered.
Alberto looking for more. Ball kicked free. Now there's a whistle call, and it's going to be whistled against San Diego. The first foul call of this, the third period. On the restart, Cooley turns, looking for Alberto again. Look at this guy control. Sends it across field to Wegerle. He settles it down. Now chip shot in the corner to Cooley, heads it, and it's knocked out of there by Katakalitis. Marty Templin whistles holding against Terry Rowe, so the Wings pick up their first foul of the third period. They're all even at 1.
Wings have not been in a game against the Sockers this late except for the 8-1 loss here when it was a low-scoring game all the way until the end of the third quarter when San Diego pulled away with a flurry of goals. But Wichita maintaining composure against the best team in the MISL. 32 wins, just 9 losses. San Diego a heavy favorite to continue their domination against Wichita, and the Wings are making them work for it.
Long pass down inside to number 12, Kevin Crow. Nice defensive move. Here comes Terry Rowe. Beats it to Gomez. El Indio. Collides with Wilrich. Now Ian Anderson has it at the midfield stripe. Sends it back to Omar. Omar looking. Plays it off the board. Headed in there by Anderson. He crashes into the board.
Good thought there. Just not on goal.
Loose ball. Kicked out by Jungle. Now Rundvedt has it for Wichita. Gomez in the corner. Again, plays it off the board. Loose ball. Toth was there, but he couldn't control it.
Good action on the field. The Wichita Wings playing very well offensively, Greg.
Jungle streaking downfield, leaves it for Segoda, and Wegerle put a thigh on it and sends it high up into the crowd. Don't go away, a thriller at the Coliseum. Restart. Rundvedt in the corner clears it, and it's up into the glass again, and Wichita will get it in the corner.
Wichita Wings trailing the San Diego Sockers 5-4, and good composure by the Wings, but they've got to finish it off. We got a young fan in the stands there. It's all he can do to get that ball out. Kim Rundvedt gives him a hand.
I think that ball was weighed more than he did.
Been easier for the ball to throw him into the stand.
That's right. 10-10 to go, third period. Wings trail it by 1. They have closed within 1 goal thanks to a great goal by Luis Alberto off the assist from Terry Rowe. Willen plays it off the board at the red line. Willen with a goal this afternoon. Greg's 7th of the season. That ball loose. Now Rundvedt kicks it Willen controls it. Plays the ball upfield. Down the middle, looking for Rasmussen. The ball picked off by San Diego. Here comes the Sockers. Segota trying to move around Gomez, but El Indio said no. Nice pass to Nickel. 9:28 to play. Across field to Eric. The Danish Wonder feeds it to Gomez in the middle. Trying to split the seams and couldn't find the handle of Segota. Hustle back on defense. There's a good look at Bronco Segota, the number 3 scorer in the league.
Good job by Eric Rasmussen. Gets back there, gets a speedy Segota, and pulls the ball away along the board. That's a very dangerous situation there. As San Diego's fast break was in action there, but Rasmussen, the forward, comes all the way back to play some good D.
Eric pushed from behind, no whistle. Both players hit the pitch. Loose ball still. Rolling around along the far board. Brian Quinn there. Eric Rasmussen back on his feet.
San Diego getting a little clever with the ball there. They're a good possession team as well. And they've got the lead. They can afford to be patient, scoring goals. They try and send the ball back there and get their fast break open, Craig.
Very, very effective on that fast break, especially with Jungle in the lineup. Caused Dana his first trip on the pitch for Ron Newman's club. Look at Rasmussen work the ball. He's hammered from behind and a whistle. That will be San Diego's second foul of the third period.
Foul against Gene Wilrich, international veteran, West German. See Rasmussen here, and Gene Wilrich just gives him a good thump on the thigh there. Definitely a foul. The Wings will play it back as they try and get their offense set up.
Now Wilrich has it for San Diego. Rudford playing the ball, stolen away, and here comes Wichita. 3-on-3, make it 4-on-3. Nichols streaking upfield, lets one fly off the board. Played off in front and kicked out of there by Katakalitis.
Katakalitis and Toth both zooming for that ball. I thought they had a serious collision there, but Katakalitis right back up. Good defense by the Sockers.
Well, one thing for sure, that'd wake Toth up. Katakalitis kicking that ball right out of the goal net. Rasmussen with a nice move, still on his feet, working around the corner, lets one off the board.
Greg, already the Wings have scored more goals on the Sockers in this game than they've scored on them against them in any other game this season. They've lost 7-3, 8-3, and 8-1 against the Sockers. So their offense finally clicking against a very tough San Diego defense that ranks second in the MISL.
Ian Anderson holds things up as the fresh legs check onto the pitch. Kevin Cooley, the team captain of the Wings, feeds it into Luis Alberto. Now back to Cooley, shot blocked. Ball still loose. Shot taken by Alberto. Toth on the pitch, and he comes up with a loose ball.
They just couldn't get that ball away from Zoltan Toth. The ball knocking back into Toth each time, but a good offensive flurry, and the Wichita Wings fans are on their feet here at the Kansas Coliseum.
Wings looking for more. Rose shot. Oh, just went wide.
Great pass by Ian Anderson up front. Terry Rowe's shot just went high. We'll be back with the score 5-4. San Diego leading.
We're back at the Coliseum. Steve, look at this flurry on goal by the Wings. Toth all over the place. Alberto, you can't battle any tougher than that.
Alberto getting 3 or 4 shots on goal, but all of them right into Zoltan Toth's body. He just couldn't get that ball up high enough, and a good job by Toth to contain him there.
6:30 to play. Third period. 5-4. Sockers on top, but are the Wings ever pressing? Luis Alberto, a spark plug since coming over from the Cosmos. Kevin Cooley, long pass, intercepted by Jungle. Kevin Cooley rights himself as he steals the ball away. And Terry Rowe had it. 6:12 to play. Third period. Long pass in the corner to Wegerle. He'll settle it down, bring it back upfield.
Good vision by Alberto there to catch the running Wegerle, but pass just a little long. San Diego has the ball back.
Jungle controls it, now back across to Quinn. Segota pushed to the pitch by Anderson and a whistle called. That's going to be the Wings' second. I don't know about that one, Steve.
Segota went down pretty easily after Anderson kicked the ball away from him. We'll take a look at it on the replay here. Foul or no foul? You're at home, you judge it.
Well, he just kind of gave up and said, oh, I'll go ahead and fall.
Well, he was heading down. He ran over Anderson's ankle there, basically. He's heading down. I have to agree with the referee on that one.
Rowe to Wegerle. 3-on-3. Here comes Wichita. Wegerle sends it in the corner to Lucy Alberto. He plays it off the board. Ball still loose, and Cooley took a shot, rifled around the glass.
Good offensive opportunity for the Wings again. San Diego coming back on the fast break. Here comes Jungle.
This is where they're so dangerous. Jungle leads it across up to number 14. That's Brian Quinn. Now Cooley on him like a shadow. Across a field it goes. 5 minutes, 8 seconds to play. Third period.
Wings at home for their next 4 games, counting this one. Next game Saturday against the Los Angeles Lasers. 7:35 kickoff. Plenty of tickets left for that one.
That ball kicked loose. Picked up by Kevin Crow. Alberto trying to get the ball away. Now Jungle kicks it back. Jungle and Rowe had a few words to say. Gives it over to Wilrich in the corner. Shot off the glass, and Dollar with the easy save.
So the Wings showing great patience here in the second half. They have the only goal of the second half. That by Luis Alberto. They're trying to tie things up.
2-on-2. Gomez sends it across field. Clavijo there to interrupt Gomez. Opportunity. Segota played it off the board. Dowler picks it off. Now feeds it upfield to Nickel. Across the midfield stripe. Derrick plays it to Runford in the corner. Shot blocked out of there. Now feed in the pass. Shot. Rasmussen ties it.
The Wings have tied the game. Eric Rasmussen. A great play from Kim Rutman, who won the ball back, and Eric Rasmussen has his 49th goal. His second in the game, and the Wings have tied it against the mighty San Diego Sockers. An upset be in the making here, folks. Look at Kim Rutman, wins the ball back, a great pass across the box. And Eric Rasmussen, the great finisher that he is, punches that ball right in the goal. Here you see from the other angle, Rutman. Great pass there. You got to really have the timing right to get that ball past those defenders. And Eric Rasmussen, one touches it into the net, and the Wings have come back again. They've tied it 5-5.
After trailing at the half by 2 goals, we've got ourselves a ball game at the Coliseum. Sockers 5, Wings 5, 3:49 to go, third period. Rasmussen with 2 goals this afternoon. Nickel breaks free along the boards. He throws from behind. And let's see, no 2-minute penalty call as Nickel gets up slow, but that will be San Diego's 3rd team foul of the third period.
3:40 left to play in the third. Great game here, folks. The goal by Eric Rasmussen to tie it up, the assist by Kim Rutbed. And Eric Rasmussen now just 3 goals shy of Andy Chapman's season record of 53, and he's just in his first year indoors, folks.
Header. Goal just knocked out of there. A header by Willen. That's as close as you can come, and Willen just whistled for the foul in the corner. Steve, I thought that ball was in the net.
I'll be willing to bet at least part of it was. In the MISL and all of soccer, the entire ball has to cross the goal line to count as a goal. And good defensive effort. I think that was Wilrich. No, Clavijo, I think, that knocked that ball out of there with his head. Good defensive job.
Here's San Diego on the breakaway. Daly has it. Gomez on him, plays it off the boards. Pulled down from behind was Ladouceur. Runfed with a nice defensive effort to clear the ball.
Ladouceur, the rookie from Haiti, played 3 years in Greek's first division, so he's been around the world.
Gomez along the far board, tripped up from behind. He got his feet as Daly tried to steal the ball away. Here comes Omar. Ladouceur, double team. Now gives it back to Nickel. Nickel in the middle of Rasmussen. That ball poked free. He'll come back. Ball loose. Hits off the far board at the 2:40 mark.
Tell you, when Omar Gomez is healthy, he makes a tremendous difference on this ball club. And if the Wings had only had Gomez and Christensen healthy from January till now, they might be in a position to challenge San Diego or Las Vegas for the Western title.
Segota breaks free. Dowler out of the net with the save.
Great save by Mike Dowler. Just about got away from him, but a good shot by Bronco Segota, and Dowler gets it.
Breakaway. Willen push from behind, no whistle. Here comes Jungle. Cooley has to cut his angle down. Jungle, nice play by Kevin.
Good job by Kevin. Cooley cut down the angle. Jungle had himself a one-on-one, and Cooley sweeps in to make the stop.
Just under 2 minutes to go. We're tied at 5 at the Coliseum. Toth hits the pitch to pick off that shot by Runfed.
Electric atmosphere here in the Kansas Coliseum.
Now Jungle plays it to Wad Hermes. He overran the ball a bit as Anderson was on him. Wad Hermes, the former wing, battling in the corner. Luis Alberto comes into double team. The ball squirts free and a whistle called, and it's going to be San Diego ball. Foul number 4 for Wichita.
Wad Hermes played the entire preseason with the Wings, released just about a week before the start of the regular season. Wichita can't afford too many more fouls. 2 more, and they get a penalty.
Hermes turns, fires, shot blocked out of there by Cooley. Clavijo in the corner. The ball squirts loose, picked up along the far board by Kevin Crow.
San Diego challenging now, and the Wings need to get back possession. San Diego pushing forward on offense.
Jungle sends it across field to Clavijo. Now Kevin Crow at the midfield stripe. We're under 1:15 to play. Toe pokes it. Shot. Dana couldn't find the handle as Dowler came out of the net. Wegerle sends it upfield to Alberto. Here comes Wichita. Wilrich with a nice defensive effort to steal the ball.
San Diego is pushing forward with all they've got. Wichita's kept them out of the goal in the second half so far.
Jungle. The ball squirts free. Now Anderson sliding tackle. Both hit the pitch. The ball still loose. Picked up by Nickel. Wichita with a 3-on-3. Terry at the midfield stripe. Sends it upfield to Rowe. Rowe makes the move. Sends it off the board. Nickel still loose. Toth with the save.
Good shot by Terry. Nickel almost stuck it between the legs of Zoltan Toth, but he stops it.
Here comes Wichita. Nickel leaves it for Terry. 21 seconds to go. Third period. Rowe shot. It's weak. It's off the glass. There's Willen. Toth dives to save it.
12 seconds left in the quarter. Can the Wings shut out the Sockers for the quarter? They got 8 seconds left.
Jungle along the near board. Sends it across field. That ball went wide of Dana. And that's going to do it. Third period has come to an end. The crowd is on their feet. A standing ovation. The Wings answer back with 2 goals in the third period. It's tied at 5. Don't go away. Fourth period coming up. 15 minutes of soccer, Steve Schott, remain at the Coliseum. You couldn't ask for a better way to spend a Sunday afternoon. It's all tied at 5. Sockers and Wings.
The last time the San Diego Sockers lost a game was against Cleveland. Clear back on March 1st. They've won 7 straight since then. They're going for New York's all-time record of 36 wins in the season. And the Wings are a quarter and a goal away from beating the San Diego Sockers.
I say it's time they lose. Wichita. That's right. The Sockers lose. The Wings have done too much of that of late. Playing very well, though, the last week.
The Wings can't afford another moral victory they've had against Baltimore and Kansas City. They need a win.
Willen's shot. 3 feet off its mark. Pressure is the name of the game today as the Wings looking good on offense. Rasmussen sends it back at the midfield to Runfed. Now give and go. Eric has the ball. Lyons fires. The ball blocked. The ball pops free. Picked up by San Diego. Here comes Quinn. Feeds it. Rasmussen hustling back. 14 minutes even to play. Nickel restarts the offense. There's a good look at Kim Runfed. The Rocket. Long pass in the corner to Gomez. Omar pushed from behind and a whistle. That's going to be number 1 on San Diego. And see, the Wings need everything they can. Any type of...
Wings have yet to have a power play. San Diego's had the only power play of the game as Omar Gomez called for tripping in the second quarter. Sockers couldn't score, and the Wings haven't yet had a power play goal in the last 2 games.
Gomez on the restart, looking for Nickel. The ball rolled freely around. Clavijo there on defense. Here comes San Diego. The Fresh Lakes, Tommy O'Neill. His first appearance this afternoon. We look at the shot, Steve. What a big difference as Wichita pepper the net to tie it up at 24 apiece.
Wichita outshot San Diego 12-7 in the third quarter alone. It's tied 24 each. Both goalkeepers having a good night.
Dowler, this ball just went wide, and it was Alberto who helped clear the ball for Wichita.
A close one for the Wings there.
Five. Our score, 5th period. Wilrich steals the ball. Down the pipe he comes. Shot, score!
A good individual effort by Gene Wilrich against Luis Alberto. Alberto's who had a great day. But Gene Willard steals the ball away from him and goes in. San Diego so tough on the one-on-one there. And the Sockers have the lead again. The Wings will need to come back. Here you see Gene Willard coming in. Ian Anderson scoops in there, cuts off the angle one way. Look at the way the ball bent there. Gene Willard puts a spin on that and bends it away from Mike Dowler. A good goal. Here comes Willard again. See Ian Anderson cut off one side of the net. And just terrific spin on that ball as Gene Willard threw a curve at Mike Dowler.
12:51 to play. Wings now trail the Sockers by 1. Anderson keeps the ball alive in the Wings offensive half. O'Neal gives it off to Wegerle. Wegerle looking for the open shot. Plays it in the corner, off the middle. Luis Alberto there. Ball still in play. There's a shot off the glass. Kick free. San Diego clears it up to Jungle. Goal. Gene Willard, unassisted. 6'5", San Diego. Crow leaves it upfield to Jungle. Field kicks it, and Dowler comes down the net to clear it up into the crowd. Don't go away. We'll be back in just a minute. Steve, I think it's important to note that even though San Diego has come back, it's important that the Wings keep their heads up. They play the Sockers as tough as they can be played.
They're just down by a goal. They've come back now twice. They need to do it again.
Oh, Dowler took a nasty spill, and he is still down. Looks like he hit his nose as he hit the pitch.
He went up over his own man, Tommy O'Neal, and came down face first.
Not much padding underneath this artificial carpet, and that had to sting. Luis looking for O'Neal in the corner, but there's Anderson to gather up the loose ball. 11:50 to play. Rowe feeds it into Wegerle. The ball pops free. Now Rowe will chase it down, and Anderson will restart the Wings offense. The crowd noisy, and they should be. O'Neal takes a shot off the post.
Tommy O'Neal's been a spark plug of late for the Wings. We'll see if he can do it again.
Rowe meets Gwynn head on at the red line. Now pass in the far board to O'Neal. Gives it back to Rowe. Plays it into Luis Alberto. A little give and go. They couldn't connect. Now Cha-Cha Namdar feeds it across field. Here comes San Diego. Kazdana. Fresh legs on the field for both teams. As Katakalitis passes it to Dana. Now San Diego at the red line. Shot headed in there by Jungle, or tried to, and he sends it up over the glass.
Dangerous situation there. Steve Jungle with the ball at his head, right several feet from the goal, but he didn't get the angle on it. Jungle has scored in 21 straight games. He is the MISL's leading scorer all time and this season. And he's in a battle with Karl-Heinz Granitza of Chicago for the goal-scoring lead. He's already nailed down the assist title. A little bit like Xavier McDaniel winning both points and rebounds. Then Steve Jungle is about to win goals and assists along with points in the MISL.
On the restart, Dowler gives it off to Greg Willen. Kid Danger needs to get something going. Push from behind and a whistle. And Eric hit the pitch awful tough as Marty Templin whistled a foul, number 2 against San Diego.
10:42 left to play. The Wings need a goal to tie it. They've been in this game all the way. The first time this season, they've really given San Diego a stiff challenge through 3 quarters.
Nickel controls. Works his way around Ladouceur. Now Willen. To Rundved. Thought about firing. Now El Indio in the corner. Shot in the middle. Right across the goal mouth, and Nickel couldn't find his way. Nickel, the ball still loose. Shot, and Toth comes up with a loose ball.
Terry Nickel just about snuck that one to the right of Zoltan Toth, but Toth, how he saw that ball, I don't know. It's a quick slip by Nickel, and he just put his hand down and gave the stop. Kim Rundved. There's Zoltan Toth. He has 14-2 this season. Said 10-2 in the pregame. Checked my stats, 14-2. And he's not their starting goalkeeper.
Tells you the depth this club has. The Gypsy. Zoltan Toth sends a long pass up to Ladouceur. Willen there, though, to grab it. Look at this guy hustle. Kicked out of there. Now Crow has it for San Diego. Feeds it downfield. Watch out. In the middle, Crow. Shot blocked out by Rundved.
Good job defensively, Kim Rundved. Great presence there. Kevin Crow's shot just wide, hit the boards. Here comes Omar Gomez.
Gomez hits the pitch and a whistle. 2 minutes.
Oh, we've we've got referees. Here's typical. Referees making alternate calls as Omar Gomez was called for pushing by one referee, and Marty Templin, the other referee, calls a 2-minute penalty on the San Diego defender. Unbelievable. A break for the Wichita Wings.
Well, Marty Templin getting an earful. Let's see if we can see what's going on.
See who goes to the box. If it's Bronco Segota, it would be his 20th penalty minute this season. He'll have to miss San Diego's next game.
Dave, you can see the veins pop up in Marty Templin's neck as Bronco Segota is having a few words for Marty Templin.
Segota will go to the box. The most important for the San Diego Sockers. He's got 20 minutes of penalties now. We'll see the replay. Here, you decide. Omar Gomez coming up with Bronco Segota. And Segota from the front, but he collided with Gomez from the side, kind of blindsided him. They both went down at a clump, and one referee called a push on Gomez. The other referee, Templin, called a penalty on Segota. So a 2-minute penalty. Segota will miss the next Sockers game, and the Wings have a power play, a great chance to tie it up.
El Indio sends it across field. Couldn't find Luis Alberto. Now the ball high up in the air. Omar in the middle. Cleared out of there by San Diego. Karsten Christensen makes his first appearance on the power play for Roy Turner. Now Alberto battles to win the loose ball. Kim Runfed sends it back up to Eric. A minute 40. The Wings have for the power play to tie this thing up. El Indio plays it off the board, and Post was there to put his mitts on that ball.
San Diego good on the penalty killing unit. They're 74% efficiency. Wichita 32% on the power play. They could not score on 2 attempts at Kansas City.
Kim Runfed hustling upfield at the red line, leaves it for Alberto, sends it across to El Indio. His shot off the post. The follow kicked out by San Diego. Runfed played the ball up into the crowd. It's going to be San Diego's ball. 1:09 left in the power play for Wichita.
Wichita needs to take advantage of this break. They're not going to have too many more scoring opportunities left as there's just 8:54 left in the game. And a power play goal here would really help. The Wings need a goal to tie the game.
Well, on the restart will be Kevin Crow right over there in front of the Wings bench. 8:54 to play. The Wings, you said, Steve, the moral victories they've had enough of. They need a win. Riding the skids of a 4-game losing streak. They've got a minute left in the power play. El Indio at the red line, leaves it for Kemp. Runfed pokes it to Rasmussen. They play catch. Now bad pass back over to Omar, and he'll have to send it back downfield to Dowler. 45 seconds left. The power play. Runfed sent it across to Rasmussen. He got way up underneath it and sent it about 10 rows up into the crowd.
You won't see that happen too often. Eric Rasmussen mishit the ball. And San Diego will have possession. Just 38 seconds left on the power play. And the Wings will put on Frank Rasmussen in place of Luis Alberto. That's a good shot of Eric Rasmussen. 50 goals on the season. 2 tonight. And one of the best newcomers in the MISL.
San Diego sends it way upfield. Lets that ball drop in just in front of that 3-line pass line. 30 seconds even left in the power play. The Wings need a goal here to tie it. Little one touch. The Wings are well known for. That pass kicked out of there by Claveo. Now the ball pops free. Frank Rasmussen to Eric. Eric tripped up from behind. Play on. Shut. Karsten with it. Toth with the shoulder block.
5 seconds in the power play.
Frank. Shot. Goal!
Frank Rasmussen scores, and the Wings have tied it up on the power play with 1 second remaining. A great boost for the Wings. Frank Rasmussen's second goal in as many games, and he had gone 24 games straight without scoring. Now he's got 2 goals in 2 games. Roy Turner's got to take a pat on the back for inserting him. Here you see Eric Rasmussen with the ball. San Diego pressures him, so he passes it off to Frank Rasmussen, a difficult angle and a great shot as he went for the far post on a very difficult angle there. Watch this again. Look at the angle Rasmussen shoots it on. Frank Rasmussen, a left-footed shot. He puts it high just over a kneeling Zoltan Toth. The Wings have tied it up. And maybe an upset in the making. Frank Rasmussen just came on Craig with 31 seconds left in the power play. Luis Alberto went off, and Roy Turner put Frank Rasmussen on. He's got to be patting himself on the back for that, as Frank Rasmussen hasn't played on the power play all season long.
Now when you're hot, you're hot. Frank got a goal in Kansas City just 2 nights ago, and Frank scores again. The assist. The Rasmussen, not twins, but we can call it that anyway. Frank from Eric.
The Rasmussen connection.
6-6, Steve. 7:25 to play. The crowd just kind of holding their breath. Wilrich wins the ball from O'Neal, sends it up to Jungle. He hits the pitch, no whistle. And now Marty Templin comes in to say, yes, Terry Rowe did push Jungle. And that is foul number 1 on Wichita in the final period. So a dangerous opportunity here.
Watch out, San Diego's great on these set plays, just like Wichita, and Jungle will take the kick. He's got Gene Wilrich right out front with a pretty good avenue open.
Jungle plays it off. Wilrich shot blocked out of there by Anderson. For the wings. Send it back upfield on the breakaway. 2-on-1. O'Neal on the near post. There's a shot. O'Neal settles it down. Goal!
The Wings have taken the lead. What a play! Tommy O'Neal puts it away, and the Wings have taken a 7-6 lead against the MISL Seth team. 7:05 remaining. Can they hold on? The San Diego Sockers. Here we see a fast break 2-on-1. The Wings don't get these very often. Steve Wegerle does a great job, puts the ball right at Tommy O'Neal's feet. He'll hold just a second. He takes Coach down and puts it right between his legs. What a great goal by Tommy O'Neal.
Tommy O'Neal, goal number 3, and here it is again on the replay.
Steve Wegerle puts it in. O'Neal, how he put this between Coach's legs, I don't know. It's goalkeeper very rarely let the ball go in like that. And Tommy O'Neal, the spark plug for the Wichita Wings, comes on to score the go-ahead goal. Now the Wings have to concentrate and keep the San Diego Sockers from scoring. They've got 6 minutes and 47 seconds left in the game to avert. It's one of the biggest upsets of the Wichita Wings season. They have not beaten the San Diego Sockers in 10 tries over 2 years.
The assist goes to Steve Wegerle. 2 goals by the Wings have opened up a 7-6 lead. 6.5 to play. Frank Rasmussen looking for more. Ball stolen away by Wilrich. Jungle in the corner, working there against Anderson. That ball popped free, and Rowe wins it. Fresh legs on the field as Rowe will hold it up at the midfield stripe. Sends it across to Omar Gomez.
The atmosphere is electric here at the Kansas Coliseum. The fans are out of their seats clapping. They'd love to see the Wings upset the Sockers. Foul against Wichita.
That's second. That's number 2, as you said, Steve. Omar having a few words for Marty Templin. Keep that temper under control, Omar. They need you. Fed it into Jungle. Now Omar was there to kick it back to Dowler. 7-6, 5:48 to play. 8,000 strong here today, watching a great ball game.
Hey, this game not over yet. San Diego, team that's used to coming back. They came back against Chicago Friday night at home. Tied it with 1:15 to go and won it in overtime. So 5 minutes, 32 long seconds to go for the Wings.
Kim Rudbed wins the loose ball, plays it up the board. Here comes Rudbed. Quinn was back on defense to spoil it. 5:19 to play. San Diego pressing. The ball stolen by Gomez. Marked there by Cha-Cha Namdar. Omar works it. Jungle kicks it high in the air. That ball's still loose. Jungle comes up with it. Leaves it off to Dana. Now Namdar has it at the point. Feeds it into Dana. Kicked out by Willen. Sliding tackle by Nickel. Jungle all alone. Leaves it for Dana. Watch out. Shot up over the glass. Don't you dare go away. We'll be back in just a minute. We're back at the Coliseum. The Sockers on the restart in the corner. 4 minutes and 51 seconds to play. Emotion running high here this afternoon.
Set play, San Diego.
Shot just went wide, and Dowler there to cover up. The outlet pass comes to Willen. Now he'll send it upfield to Rasmussen. One-on-one shot. Just went wide. I think Coach got a hand on it.
What do you know? The Wichita Wings fast break, probably the worst in the MISL, is creating opportunities against the speedy San Diego Sockers.
San Diego picks up team foul number 3 as Quinn leveled Rasmussen at the red line. Look at the spin move by Eric, and he is tripped up. Oh, down he goes. No chance of getting out of that one.
Just hooked the ankle. Here comes Gomez.
Shot! Toth blocked it up into the crowd. Don't go away. We'll take our final break. We'll be back in just a minute. 4 minutes, 29 seconds remain. Gomez restarts it. Rudbed! Toth blocked it away. Eric Rasmussen in the corner, double team. Still has the ball, wins it. The ball loose. Toth picks it up, gives it out to Jungle. 4:15 to go.
Wings have to concentrate defensively. They can't afford an error. 4:10 left to play, and the Wings are leading the San Diego Sockers. Be the biggest victory of the season for Wichita if they can hold them off.
Willen steals the ball. It's picked up again, though, by Wilrich. We're under 4 minutes to play. Long pass in the corner to Jungle. Marked there by Nickel. Triple team, and Gomez will poke it back to Dallas.
Good job by the Wings defense. Kim Rutbed taking Steve Jungle down. And the Wings try and work the ball forward. Another goal would be sweet against San Diego.
Here comes Omar. Gives it upfield to Kim Rutbed along the far board. Across field to Wegerle. Wegerle makes the move. Takes the shot. Blocked by Toth.
Zoltan Toth has made great saves here in the last 3 minutes to keep San Diego from going down by 2 goals as Wichita is creating great opportunities. Zoltan Toth from Hungary used to play for the New York Arrows and was the goalkeeper of the year 2 years ago in the MISL. And he's 14-2. He's only been beaten twice this season in 16 starts.
7-6 our score. 3:29 to play. The Wings on top by a goal over San Diego.
Frank Rasmussen, who had the game-tying goal coming on, will take the kick.
Across up to Anderson. Shot blocked out of there by Namdar. So we'll do it again on the other side.
Cha-Cha Namdar heads that ball away, and the Wings will try again. Ian Anderson with a good shot, but steered away by Namdar. Anderson has only 2 goals on the season. He opened the scoring today for the Wings with the first goal.
Again on the restart. Frank Rasmussen looking for the open man. Now gives it to Rowe. Headed down there by Segota. Him and Rowe hit the pitch. Play on. Anderson will hustle downfield and clear it over to Dowler. Now he'll send it back upfield, intercepted by Segota. Ball headed upfield by Tommy O'Neill. Frank Rasmussen settles things down at the midfield stripe. And they're going to call, I believe, that somebody on the San Diego bench touched that ball, Steve.
Well, it looked like it to me, so that'll be San Diego's ball as Frank Rasmussen knocked the ball into the San Diego bench. They're kind of unfair there because San Diego could reach out and touch the ball, and that would be their possession. And there's going to be a timeout by the San Diego Sockers. We'll keep it right here.
Well,
at a great chance, 3 minutes and 9 seconds away from a Wichita Wings upset over the San Diego Sockers. Earlier we joked about it being Georgetown against Loyola. Can the Wichita Wings knock off the San Diego Sockers? We'll remind you, the Sockers have won all 10 games between these two teams. This season alone, they have outscored the Wings 23-7. And they have dominated this series like no other team against the Wings.
Now, 1 week from tonight, Steve, on Palm Sunday, KSN and NBC will bring you the first episode of an exciting 5-part miniseries, AD, Rome of the Emperors. Don't miss this dramatic story of the growth.
Similar a situation has occurred Friday night with the Sockers having to come from behind. Bronco Segota tied it with 1:31 in that one, and then Jungle won it with a free kick in OT. Now the Sockers again trail by a goal with 3:09 left. And Newman has pulled Zoltan Toth for the extra attacker. Kevin Crow putting on the red shirt. So the Sockers will go 6 runners to 5. And this crowd here in Wichita rising to their feet now as the Wings come back out on the field, hoping to do what they've never done before, beat the San Diego Sockers. So it'll be Segota, Zungle, of course Kevin Crow with the extra attacker sweater, Brian Quinn, Gene Wilrich, and one other man. Let's see who Newman decides to put out there. It'll be Clubio. Juan wants somebody on there with some defense and some speed. Of course, Crow a defender too. Here's Cleo. Over the middle for Quinn. Quinn to the left for Crow. Kevin at the left point. Drops it back for Wilrich. Now back to the line for Quinn. Sockers without Hugo Perez. He's out injured. Sockers net empty. O'Neal back in his own end. Plays it in front. A giveaway. Zungel had it at the side and lost it. Couldn't get a shot. Now he gets it back to Cabillo. To Wilrich. He fakes a shot. Into the corner. Comes out again to Wilrich. He's bumped by Rasmussen. Now Cabillo goes in along the boards. It comes back to the left point for Quinn. 2:35 left. Quinn off to the right side of the red line for Crow. Kevin drops it back a little bit. Over the left again for Quinn. Quinn up the right side to Segota. Bronco off the wall. Wilrich. It's at the side. They score! Zungel ties it. It's 7-all. And again, Segota, a key factor in the tying goal. That's the hat trick for Steve Zungel. Segota playing it off the wall. Now Dowler had it after the first shot by Wilrich. Behind his legs, and Zungel with his back to the ball turned around, saw it, and slammed it home. And it's 7-7. Still 2:17 left to go. So the extra attacker situation comes through again for the Sockers. As Zungel gets his hat trick goal. And for Steve, that's his 62nd goal of this season. And it's his 98th career hat trick. Ball in the San Diego penalty area. Zoltan Tote's got it. Sends it up the right side for Segota to midfield. Intercepted again by Rothman. Watch out, he's got the big shot. Crow back on the bench. Into the middle, and Namdar with the steal. And he'll send it back into midfield. Wilrich chases it. Greg Willen gets there first with under 2 minutes to go. Overtime now pending. Here's Rasmussen. It's right for Rothman. Wilrich got the assist at 12:43 on that goal. Ball up for Greg Willen. It hit him high. Tries to bring it back down, and Zungel steps in and collects it again for San Diego. No foul, but Zungel gets it once more. Up the right side for Segota. Bronco running into Omar Gomez. That's obstruction. Gomez threw an elbow, too. Segota wants a penalty given. They're just going to give a foul. That's Wichita's third. Wilrich comes over to argue now. That was as serious as an obstruction I've seen this afternoon. Minute 26 now. 7-7 to score. Crow standing over it. Played across for Namdar. Chop-Chop goes backwards over toe. Zoli looks upfield. Nice pass to Segota. He tries to center it for Dana, but it's intercepted. Here comes Gomez back into the box, and Toth has it again. Zoli rolls it up the middle for Dana. That's intercepted. Here comes Rasmussen to Rothman. Over to Frank Rasmussen on the right side. He plays the carom off the wall. A shot! It came off the wall, hit Toth, and went back out. Cleared downfield. Here's a race. Wilrich and Willen gets back and plays it to Dowler. 55 seconds to go. Wichita nearly won it there. Or at least went ahead again. Dowler in the box, playing it to midfield. Frank Rasmussen goes up, so does Namdar, but Rasmussen's got it. Up to center now. 2 men into San Diego zone. This is Omar Gomez. Gomez to the right for Rasmussen. Back through. Here's a chance for Eric Rasmussen. He's got it, and the shot hits Namdar and goes out of play for a corner kick. Wichita with 34 seconds. And now, another great opportunity for the Wings to win it. And I think we have a timeout call by Roy Turner. So, another critical situation with seconds remaining. Just moments ago, Frank Rasmussen hit a shot that got behind Zoltan, hit him in the back, and hit the wall again. Often those will go in off the goalkeeper's bat. Not that time. Now Newman's got his team back in this game. They're tied, but he doesn't want to give it away on the dead ball situation here from the corner kick. So he's over, talking this over with his team. Second straight time. The Sockers have had it all tied up in the late code. I don't know if they've got much energy left for an overtime after Friday's affair. So now a very important free kick out of the corner. Corner kick for Wichita to the left side. Zoltan Toth as we look at it. Sockers have Luddy, Sir, Quinn, Zungel, Clavillo, and Ganakalidas out there. Gomez will take the corner kick for Wichita. Also Rockford, Anderson, Frank, and Eric Rasmussen. Gomez stands over the ball. A lot of jockeying for position. Here's Gomez. Plays it out. Rockford, the shot is wide. And Luddy, Sir has it. He knocks it upfield for Quinn. Bryan on the run down the left wing. Beats Rockford to the ball. Quinn still fighting for it along the wall. It's loose. Luddy Sir's got it. Takes a shot. It's blocked. Zungel with 18 seconds to the far right side. He'll play it out in front. That's blocked by Anderson. And Anderson will kick it upfield and out of play. And now 11 seconds left. And San Diego with one last chance here perhaps on a kick in. It's at center. So they don't have to worry about a three-line ball. Clavillo can just lob one in. And he'll leave it now. I think Quinn's going to take it. It's at the far side of midfield. It's Quinn chipping it out of play. And now Wichita have a chance with 9 seconds left. Their kick in will come from their own zone. Near side boards from our location. Stay with us. Of course, we will stay for overtime. Even though the Sockers have to catch a flight in an hour and 15 minutes, which I think they may now miss. So it could be another night in Wichita, which I guess is second only to another night in Minnesota. Rontbed on the kick in. Macri and Anderson. He'll nail one of the three lines. And now the Sockers have a chance with 4 seconds left. Zungel quickly gets it up for Quinn. Referee sets it down for Brian Quinn. There's 4 seconds left here in regulation. Brian kicks it to Karsten Christensen. Clavillo a shot. There's a second left into the goal kick, and we're going to go to overtime. So stick around right after they run out the clock here with a second remaining. We are going to go to the 15-minute sudden death period. Dowler will just set it down and chip it ahead. The clock runs out. So that's it for regulation. And on our video library scoreboard, after 4 periods, it's the Sockers and the Wichita Wings in a 7-7 tie. And we have some Sockers league leaders that we're going to hopefully take a look at in this break here. Bring you up to date on the Sockers positioning around the league in goals, shots, saves, etc. But before we do that, another look at the tying goal by Steve Zungel for our television viewers. The shot by Wilrich. Dowler goes down to block it, and Zungel left at the doorstep slams it home. That was at 12:43 after Tommy O'Neill had scored. Steve Wegerle setting up O'Neill on a 2-on-1 break with Clavillo, the lone defender, back. And O'Neill just tucked it underneath Zoltan Toth. That was the goal that made it 7-6 Wichita. Let's do those Sockers leaders for you now in the goals department. Steve Zungel, second in the league behind Karl-Heinz Granitza. Going into this game, they're now in a dead heat. Steve tied with Karl-Heinz with 62 goals. Zungel with a hat trick today. Branko Segota has not scored today. He was third going into this game with 55 on the year. Wilrich was ninth with 38, but he has a pair. Moves him up to 40 on the season. In the assists, Steve Zungel first with 56 going into today's game. Then it was Wilrich with 40 and Segota sixth with 34. In game-winning goals, Gene Wilrich was second with 7, and whoever scores the next goal in this game will have a game winner for himself. Segota was third with 6, tied with Zungel. In shots, Steve Zungel second in the league with 258. After that, Wilrich and Segota. In power play goals, Hugo Perez second in the league with 9. Dale Mitchell, the league leader from Tacoma. Zungel was third with 8, and Wilrich fifth with 6. hat tricks. Zungel with 9 now after this one this afternoon. He was second going into today's action with 8. Segota was fourth with 6. In block shots, Kevin Crow, number 1 with 93. And in penalty minutes, Brian Quinn and Bronco Segota were both tied with 18 going into this game. But of course, Segota picked up the 2 minutes in the fourth period to put him at the 20 mark, and that means in the MISL, when you accumulate 20 penalty minutes, you sit out a game, the next game, and that'll be Tuesdays in Minnesota. So now we're preparing for sudden death overtime. Sockers will defend the goal to our right. They'll have Zungel, Segota, Wilrich, Katakalitis, and Namdar out. And for Wichita, to defend the goal to our left, it'll be Frank Rasmussen with Steve Wegerle, Ian Anderson, and Terry Rowe. And Tommy O'Neill. Next goal wins it. 15 minutes of sudden death. Sockers will take it from the kickoff. Segota plays it up for Zungel, now back for Wilrich. Gene hits a long pass in for Bronco. He takes it at the far wall. Now he goes through the corner, brought down, and that's a foul. And here's a good free kick for San Diego. Segota in the corner. Zungel stands over the ball now for this free kick. Into the box, but it was rejected by Anderson. Zungel lobs it back out. Namdar will chase this. He plays it back for Woolridge. Gene gets to it. Feeds the pass to Zoltan Toe. Out for Namdar. We're in sudden death overtime. It's a 7-all tie. Cha-Cha. Back for Wilrich. Nearly lost it. Gene had to play it back for Katakalitis. Now George in his own zone up for Wilrich. Wilrich will play it back for Zoltan. Toth kicks it into midfield. This will drop down to Terry Rowe. Zungel watching him. And Zungel gets it for San Diego. Good defensive play by Steve in midfield. He and Rowe bumped. Steve said something to Terry Rowe. Now Wilrich at midfield. Takes the pass from Katakalitis. Plays it back to the left side of the San Diego red line for Zungel. Zungel up the left wing for Segota. Segota and Zungel moving in. Bronco to Steve at the side, and he missed the pass. It goes off the wall and back to Zungel. To Segota. Bronco stands on it. Now Steve Wegerle has it, but lost it again to Segota. Wilrich coming in. Goes by one man. In front for Zungel, but that rolled to Tommy O'Neill. Now Dowler to Frank Rasmussen. 13:33 left to go in sudden death. A giveaway by Wichita. Katakalitis in the midfield. He lost it. Will drop down into the penalty box. And this will go back as Wichita ball. No! That's got to be San Diego ball. No, they give it to the Wings. Wilrich just let it go. He thought it was Sockers all the way, but went out of play. The Wings get it back on the kick-in now. Far side of midfield. Greg Willen over to take it. For San Diego, it's Wilrich, Ladouceur, Crow, Dana, and Namdar. Willen leaves it for Ronfed. Cross for Omar Gomez. And back for Ronfed as the Wings need a goal to beat the Sockers for the first time ever. Here's a steal. Wilrich at the box. Nearly got it away from Dowler. Now Ladouceur comes back to midfield. He gets it down the right side. 3 Sockers in the zone. Ladouceur falls. Gets it back for Crow. Kevin now near the Wichita red line to the left for Wilrich. Gene under some pressure. Turns it down the left side. Being Rasmussen. Gene into the corner. Still on it. Trying to poke it out for Crow. Let the Wings get it back. Omar Gomez to midfield. Runs into Namdar. The ball loose. Sockers changing on the run. Katakalitis heading it forward for Quinn. He's bumped in midfield. The Wings have possession. Ronfed back at his own red line for Wichita. Passes it into the left corner for Gomez. Now to go back to Ladouceur and on his open toe. Zoli rolls it down for Namdar. Cha-Cha just blocking it. Down to the right for Katakalitis. Up front are Quinn, Ladouceur, and Dana. Katakalitis still just holding it back in his own zone. Again back to Zoltan. Now up the middle for Quinn. Bryan still buried deep in his own zone. Now Segota comes on. And some of this maybe just to get some of the big gunners some more rest. Here's Segota down the left side. He's got a break. Bronco shoots. Goes off Dowler. It's loose. Segota still with it. It's loose in the box and Dowler's on it. Up to the right side for Eric Rasmussen. He goes by Quinn. Namdar takes it away. Cha-Cha down the left side with Dana and Segota. Cha-Cha over to Bronco. Dana hits the crossbar. Segota back on the right side as Dana had a chance to win it. Kazi plays it to the right point for Katakalitis. Back for Namdar. We're in sudden death overtime. It's 7-all live in Wichita. Zungul steps on now as Dana takes a rest. A giveaway by Quinn. Here comes Eric Rasmussen. But Katakalitis knocks it, or Carrillo knocks it loose. It goes to Gomez. Now up to midfield. Here come the Wichita Wings. Greg Willem down the left lane. It's got Wagerly in the box. Nickel back over to Willem. He'll wind it up. Shoots. And it hits Zungul went out of play. We're going to have a 2-minute penalty to Omar Gomez inside the San Diego penalty box. Omar Gomez, I saw it out of the corner of my eye. He and Quinn got tangled up, or he and Carrillo rather. Now Quinn better stay away because he doesn't need a 2-minute penalty. Quinn's got 18 minutes. No replay for our viewers on television. It was away from the ball, but Gomez is going to go away for 2, and the Sockers are going to have a power play now here in overtime. Sending Quinn off, too. Unbelievable. I thought it was a penalty only against Gomez initially. Now Quinn's going off, so it's offsetting. No power play.
We have simultaneous penalties called 11-12 remain in the
likely for unsportsmanlike conduct.
Wichita Wings penalty called against number 9, Omar Gomez, unsportsmanlike conduct. San Diego penalty call number 14.
We're going to have a corner kick Wichita here. This is a great chance for them. Beat to the right of Zoltan Toe. Offsetting penalties to Quinn and Gomez. And now what do you do? Quinn or Segota will miss the Vegas game. Depends on who they decide to sit out in Minnesota. They both can't miss them on the Minnesota game, so one of them will miss Vegas. Here's Frank Rasmussen. From the corner spot, in front. Oh, and just missing was Ronfed. Here comes Segota, back the other way for San Diego. To midfield. Bronco still with it. Lost it to Ronfed. Now Rasmussen with Ronfed, 2-on-2. Ronfed to the right side for Wagerly. And it was blocked. Now Wilrich and Ronfed bumping midfield. Nothing to that, though. It was unintentional by Gene. So bad break for the Sockers. Both their men with 18 minutes get 2 minutes in this game. Here's Wagerly. Wide to the left. Kevin Crow knocked that free. Now Crow across the red line. Tried to do it himself to center. Now Zungul has it. Here's a break for Rasmussen, but Zoltan will come out. He'll chip it into midfield. This is headed down by Segota to Zungul. Steve takes it across the red line with Bronco. The pass to the right for Segota. Comes back the other way. Sockers can't get a shot on goal. Here's Wagerly with Frank Rasmussen. Wagerly to Rasmussen. Off the wall. Into the front of the goal. Drops it back for Willen, and he kicks it into the seats. Wow, Greg Willen had an open net there and wasted it. 10-11 now in overtime. 7-all tie. A minute to go in the offsetting minor penalties to Quinn and Gomez. And stay with us at the conclusion. We will go down to the field with one of tonight's stars of the game. Here's Katakalitis. Zoltan Toth will pick it up. Tosses it to midfield. Jacques Ladouceur taking the pass up at the Wichita red line. Right point side. Now he draws it back into the middle. Namdar to the left for Ladouceur. Jacques straddling that red line. Nearly gave it away. Katakalitis lost it, but Namdar has it again. Cha-Cha will bring it up the left side. Namdar along the near boards. Has Clavillo back. Passes to him. Now over to the right side for Katakalitis. George to Clavillo. He chests it down. Ladouceur's got it at the left point. Jacques moving in. Plays it to Clavillo up the left corner. All over him is Terry Rowe. Clavillo still trying to keep it. He's got it now to the corner. Fernando off the wall. He tried it, but Dowler with the save. Now Katakalitis coming in, and he commits a foul. Now the offsetting penalties have expired. Here's Gomez stepping off the penalty bench. Omar Gomez shoots, and Toth makes the save. It goes out of play for corner kick Wichita.
Corner kick Wichita Wings.
This will be to the left of Zoltan Toth. Gomez standing over the ball. 9:02 left in overtime. Teams back at even strength.
Don't be left out. Get your tickets early for Saturday night's game with the Lasers. More of this exciting MISL action right here at the Kansas Coliseum. You don't want to miss it.
Now the corner kick by Gomez. Drove it right at the wall. Rebound comes out. Zungel's got it. It's loose in the box. Kick back out. Quinn and Eric Rasmussen go for it. Segota couldn't get the handle. And the Wings have it again at midfield. Ian Anderson, long left footer, comes off the wall, down to Cha-Cha, and he'll roll it to Zoltan. Toth firing it up the right side for Segota. That one to Ian Anderson. He plays it back for Dowler. Now Terry Rowe up to Zungel. And that's a foul, San Diego. Quickly the restart by Wichita. They played up to the red line for Gomez, but it rolls past him. Namdar up the right side for Quinn. Bryan going after it, but Dowler has it. I don't know if they've whistled a foul against Quinn or not. They may have kicked Dowler. Now Frank Rasmussen. Should warn you now, we may not have a post-game guest due to the Sockers' desire to catch that flight. Pretty good chance we won't. Just so you know, Greg Willen over to the left side for Tommy O'Neill. Now back into midfield again for Kim Rothbed. We're in sudden death overtime. It's 7-7. The Sockers in Wichita. Wings play it down the left side. Here's O'Neill. The shot came back off the wall. Here's Toth rolling it up the right side for Wilridge. Gene in some traffic. Plays it back for Namdar. Cha-Cha now turns it down the right side. Hit the official with the ball. It's loose to Wegerle. That could have nearly been a disaster. Crow and Rothbed along the near side glass. The ball jammed up along the wall. And they give a foul San Diego. And Wilridge is getting into it with the official. Ball was pinned along the wall, and they called it against San Diego. Sockers now have 4 fouls. Here's Greg Willen into the box. That's intercepted. Wilridge down the left lane now for San Diego. It's got Segota in midfield. Shot hit Rothbed. Here's Wilridge chasing it down the left lane, but Frank Rasmussen will get there first. Plays it back for Dowler. Rasmussen up to the red line. Zungel kicked that loose, and that's a foul. San Diego. Sockers now with 5. Rasmussen. And Zungel just clipped him. Going for the ball. So the Sockers have 1 foul left here in overtime. Wings playing it down the left side. This is Steve Wegerle. Moving it on Kevin Crow. Wegerle takes it wide left and shoots. It goes off Crow to play, and that'll be another kick in Wichita. .656 now left in overtime. If nobody scores in OT, of course, we go to shootout. Somebody will definitely win then. Here's the kick in. Gomez, far post. The header. Anzoli blocks it. The lob upfield for Bronco Segota. Takes it on the run, bumping into Rothbed. Here's Bronco in alone. Segota. Dowler's down. He scores! The Sockers win it. Bronco Segota deking out Mike Dowler. The final 8-7 in sudden death. And Omar Gomez is going wild. Over away from the play. Tried to attack one of the officials. And there's a police officer on the field now to restore order. But Bronco Segota didn't score all afternoon, but got the one that mattered. He and Rothbed got all tangled up. Segota did not foul Rothbed or trip him there. Rothbed just stumbled. Now Bronco all alone against Dowler, and it's all over when a man like that is one-on-one on a goalkeeper. The hero, Bronco Segota. Hopefully we can get him for just a moment down on the field. We will see. If not, we will be back with you nonetheless. Zoltan Toth with that save off the header And then his throw, and Zoli will get the assist on the winning goal. Segota had to fight off Rotfed on the play, and that's what Wichita's arguing about, and I guess with some merit. If it happened to the Sockers, you know they'd argue. Dollar went down as Segota faked, and then Bronco pokes it in. What a disappointing defeat for the Wichita Wings, as they were so close to beating the Sockers. But Segota, a hero all year long, gets goal number 56. Zoltan Toth with the assist. And the final score on the Video Library scoreboard in overtime, the San Diego Sockers 8 and the Wichita Wings 7. And we'll be back after this. Randy Hahn back live at the Kansas Coliseum in Wichita. The final score this afternoon. The Sockers get a goal from Bronco Segota in the final moments and win it in overtime, 8-7 over the Wichita Wings. And the Sockers now 11-0 all-time against Wichita. This was the game that I think the Wings felt that they had the best chance of winning, especially when they led in the final moments before the Sockers' Steve Jungle tied it. That goal came at 12:43. And then quite a bit into overtime, 8:16 before Segota scored the winner. His 56th of the year, and that was after he'd gone through the afternoon without putting a ball into the back of the net. He was able to pick up a couple of assists. But what a big goal it turned out to be as he wins it in overtime. We're still hoping to talk to Bronco. Some technical problems. We'll try and clear those up and come back with Bronco Segota, but we'll take a break first. Randy Hahn back live at the Kansas Coliseum in Wichita, where the final score in overtime was the San Diego Sockers defeating the Wings by a score of 8-7. Still hoping to talk to Bronco Segota down on the field level. He scored the winning goal. First, let's look at the goal that put put Wichita ahead by a score of 7-6. Tommy O'Neill at 7:55, scoring on a pass from Steve Wagerly. And O'Neill just putting it underneath Zoltan Toth. And that gave the Wings a 7-6 lead. And they held that until 12:43 of the fourth period. Bronco Segota taking a drive off the wall. It came back to Wilrich in front. He took a shot that Dowler saved. And then Steve Jungle at the doorstep kicked it in to tie it and send it into sudden death overtime. Then in OT, after some great chances at both ends for both teams at 8:16, it was Bronco Segota scoring his 56th goal of the year. And it came after he and Kim Rotfed got kind of tangled up down the left wing, and Bronco ended up all alone against Mike Dowler. And Dowler made one move, went down, and then Bronco all alone against Wichita's goalkeeper, slipped it in, and gave the Sockers the exhilarating overtime win. Their second straight. Of course, they beat Chicago in overtime Friday. I think we've just about got all the technical snafus worked out down on the field. Bronco, can you hear us?
Yes, I can, Randy.
Bronco, congratulations. What's with you guys? 2 overtime wins in a row. I think I thought maybe most of the energy was gone after Friday, but apparently not.
Well, everybody's playing tough against us, and they're waiting for us, all prepared. I understand they played last night too, but you know, we got enough energy to pull it through.
Bronco, the winning goal, you and Kim Rotfed basically going after what looked like a 50-50 ball, and a lot of argument from the Wichita Wings, of course, after you scored, that you had fouled Rotfed.
No, Randy, he fouled me. He came into me because I was first to the ball, and he knocked... He tried to hit me off the ball, but I was a little bit stronger than he was because I was on both feet, and he fell, and I got the rebound, faked the goalie, brought it inside, and then it was open net.
Well, Bronco, the Sockers had to come from behind in this game, like you did in Chicago. Now, this was a game I would have had to think you would have been a little bit worried about after such an emotional outlet Friday, and Wichita with a lot of pride at stake, having lost 10 times in a row to the Sockers. This turned out to be a lot tougher game than a lot of the other ones against the Wings.
Yes, it did. I think they came prepared to beat us. You know, every game they try to get up and beat us, but we came from behind because of a bad call by the official, and he got the 2 minutes, and that got their momentum going. But, we pulled the super power play, and we scored, and then it was in our hands.
All right, Bronco, you picked up 2 minutes in penalties tonight. That gives you 20 on the year, and so did Brian Quinn. The both of you now are at the limit. Can you both miss Tuesday's game in Minnesota? At least according to what I've heard, you both have to miss just one.
I don't know, Randy. I think it wouldn't be fair if both of us would have to sit out. Maybe just one of us will sit out this one out, and then one of us sit out the next game, or if they like, we'll sit both of us so we can be ready for Las Vegas.
If you had a choice of which one to sit out, which one would it be?
I think I would sit out the Minnesota game because, we have a big rivalry with Las Vegas, and I would like to play in that game.
You and Brian Quinn might have to flip a coin over that one.
Yeah.
Bronco, I know you're trying to catch a plane to get to Minnesota tonight. I don't know if we will or not, but thanks for being with us here on the post-game show, and again, congratulations.
Thank you, Randy.
Bronco Segundo with the winning goal in sudden death overtime as the Sockers beat the Wings by a final score of 8-7. And our thanks again to Bronco for being with us on the post-game show, and for being so. He will join us for dinner for two at any of San Diego's cafes, the old Ocean Beach, Mission Beach, Pacific Beach, or Old Del Mar Cafe. One more break, and then we'll come back to wrap it up from Wichita. They take a temporary 6-game lead over the Las Vegas Americans. Wichita, with the loss today, drops to 18-22. They are now 14 back of the Sockers and damage their home field advantage playoff hopes, at least in the first round, just a little bit more in losing their 5th straight game. Sockers have now won 8 in a row. They'll try and make it 9 in a row Tuesday night in Minnesota. They'll be there to play the Strikers, and we'll have the broadcast on KLZZ AM 600 beginning at 7 o'clock Tuesday night from the Met Center in Minneapolis. And then next Saturday night, the Sockers return home to host Julie V and the Las Vegas Americans. That's a 7:30 kickoff, and it'll be on KLZZ AM 600 beginning with the pregame show at 7:25. And don't forget also the Cox and Southwestern Cablecast on the San Diego Cable Sports Network, also Saturday night at 7:15. Want to thank our producer Kermit Schumart for all his fine work here in Wichita this afternoon. Everyone from Clearwater Productions from Kansas City providing the technical facilities today. Our associate producer Tim Latta, KLZZ producer Doug Smith, and operator this afternoon Sam Johnson, and Karen Rager in traffic at KLZZ. Also thanks to Dick Chrisman, Vice President of Public Relations for the San Diego Sockers. Great win for the Sockers tonight as they win their 7th straight and head now to Minnesota.